What's good, everybody? AB Media 83 here. And, oh, Lordy B! Segregation coming back, y'all. We gonna be separated again. Nah, not really. Sorry, I'm just playing. I'm just messing with y'all. Uh, Trump did another executive order that got rid of an old rule with federal contractors that said you can't segregate within the company and all that crap. That's all that is. Trust and believe this country cannot afford to segregate again. It would cost way too much money, and they're not that racist. And the ones that are don't have that much power. So y'all ain't got nothing to worry about. But anyway, we're gonna have I got plenty for the show today. Peace, good brother. We got good brother Art New Stall in the building. We got the snowman in the building. And we also got, well, how can I say this? Don't nobody say shit in the building. AL Evans. Hey, what's going on, snowman?
Hey, how's it going, man? How are you?
Oh, pretty good. Would you mind giving us a March Madness update?
Which side, men or women?
Uh let's do ladies first today.
Okay. The number one seeds that have advanced so far are South Carolina. They drilled Tennessee Tech.
Okay.
USC got by UNC Greensboro. Nah, who am I kidding? They drilled them.
Mm-hmm.
Number one seed Texas leads William and Mary. That score
Mm-hmm.
50-30. They're approaching halftime. And number one overall seed UCLA last night in a game that couldn't broadcast because we had storms come through here and I had some tech issues.
Okay.
Drilled Southern 84-46.
Ooh,
And
that's a
not
bummer.
even no, it's not. Because I got one worse.
Oh wow. Okay.
Well, the first game I was supposed to do today was UConn and Arkansas State.
Uh-oh.
Arkansas State scored a grand total of 34 points.
Yeah, sounds about right. When you said it was UConn, I was like, oh shit. Everybody knows.
I want you to use your math skills and
Mm-hmm.
remember that Arkansas State scored 34 points and lost by 69 points.
Ew. So that what would it be like 90 something?
103 to
103.
34
Ooh.
was the final.
Ooh. Sounds like UConn. They're notorious for having the best chicks in the state.
Now, I will say number one seed South Carolina may have a challenge tomorrow because they draw it's tomorrow. They draw the Hoosiers at 3 o'clock. And
Oh, okay.
that's in Columbia, South Carolina.
Should be an interesting matchup.
Hmm. Um, two-seeded NC State will face Michigan State.
Hold on,
LSU.
wait a minute, Snowman. I got to be petty for a little bit.
Go ahead.
We're the Black Manosphere. We hate women, right? We hate women so much, which is why we hate women so much. We're discussing women's sports now, right? But
uh, with a
we hate black
fellow
women and all types of women so much, right?
with
We're a bunch of
with a fellow
incels that don't.
with a fellow that's covered women's sports for the better part of 25 years.
Yeah, we just hate women, right? But anyway, continue.
Yep. LSU right now leading San Diego State 24-10. They're approaching the end of one. Winner of that game gets Florida State.
Mm-hmm.
Michigan State beat Harvard by 14, 64-50. They'll draw number two seeded North Carolina State, 20 better than Vermont. They pulled away late. That final was 75-55. In the Spokane region, mentioned USC winning. They'll draw ninth seeded Mississippi State, and we're awaiting a day and time for that. One of tomorrow's semifinals will be Kansas State and Kentucky in a battle of Wildcats, 5 versus 4. Six seeded Iowa crushed Murray State 92-57. They'll get third seeded Oklahoma. Oklahoma wins today 81-58 over Florida Gulf Coast. Go ahead. I didn't hear you.
The score for the Houston game. Houston Cougars.
Let me get there now. Hang on. Let's look at number 1 seed Houston.
I didn't know they was the number 1 seed.
Yeah, they're the 1 seed in the Midwest, and they are. Here's your answer. They lead 8th seed Gonzaga 76-65, less than 3 to go in the ball game.
That's 3 minutes to go. The game good. I got bits on. I had bits on the game. Real talk. I ain't even I
You're really low. Yeah.
Hey, where's your mic, dude? Because you're like really going in and out. Let me go back to the women's bracket really quick. Illinois won today.
Okay.
They beat Creighton in the women's tournament 66-57. And as I pull the women's bracket back up, let me be petty also. Do nothing but hate women here on the Colosseum. Yet these guys each week talk to a fellow that has covered not just women's basketball, but women's sports, as I said, for the better part of 25 years. So to borrow the host's famous phrase, you can all go kick rocks. Winner of the Illinois gets the winner of Texas and William and Mary. And right now, Texas leads by 17 at the break. That's 50-33. So they're halfway to 100.
We're on sports. I think I would be remiss if I didn't say rest in power to the late, great George
Foreman. Yeah.
Oh, man, that hurt.
That hurts me. That hurts me.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah,
okay. Like I was saying, I didn't even know. I didn't even know for U of H to be the number 1 seed in the Midwest. That means they won the Big 12. Period. Point blank.
Yes, they did. They won the Big 12.
So that means they're not to be trifled with this year. Real talk. So I see the Five Slammer Jammer young boys making a nice run this year if they playing like that.
Next week they come to Indy and they will play 4th seed Purdue.
Here. I was just talking with
and you did say Texas made the tourney too, right? I heard you say they will beat William and Mary, correct?
The women, yes, they are leading at halftime, 50-33.
So the men didn't make it.
The men made it to the first 4 and got ousted by Xavier on the
they got
yeah, 86-80 was the final of that. And we have a couple of upsets in the men's tournament. Looking in the West region, they'll play their regionals in San Francisco. The 2nd seed was St. John's in the West region. They're out.
Okay. They're out. They're out.
The Red Men are gone.
The Red Men are gone. Matter of fact, where is it? Where I just updated that sound too. Matter of fact, let me give you this one.
Oh, the plastic came over.
Yep. They lost to, ready for this? Let me give you a Southwest Conference foe, old Southwest Conference foe, Arkansas.
Oh, man. She did with okay, so that's another winner too. Bet. Arkansas won.
beat St. John's 75-66. And in the West region in San Francisco on, I believe, Thursday, it is, AL, you're going to cry. Tears of happiness when I take you back to the old school, because Arkansas will draw Texas Tech. Couple of Southwest Conference friends getting together.
I got Arkansas.
Yeah, I'm going Pig Suey myself. My bracket was blowing up. My bracket was blowing up the first day, so I'm not even worried. I'm not even worried.
Texas
but
Tech,
I
if I'm not
see.
mistaken,
Go ahead.
Hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Texas Tech, Texas Tech. If I'm not mistaken, that's where the late great Bobby Knight went after they fired him from Indiana.
Correct.
Yeah, that's where he went to finish off his career and ended up giving his son that job, nepotism. I remember.
Other games that are, well, everyone else is finished. Top overall seed Auburn. I'm in the men's bracket now. Beat Creighton 82-70. We're in round 2.
I want to take that game too.
Oh, so y'all don't like sports, huh? I got 9 views. Y'all don't like sports, huh? Whatever. Anyway.
Michigan beat Texas A&M 91-79. So the 4th seed is out.
I knew
tomorrow. Yeah. Tomorrow you get Ole Miss and 3rd seed Iowa State. That's at 7:45. And New Mexico and Michigan State at 8:40. And I think this is where Tom Izzo's ride ends.
No. You said New Mexico versus Michigan State. Stayed all day.
No, I'm calling an upset here.
Oh,
I will say this. It will be close. Top seeded Duke beat Mount St. Mary's on Thursday, and on Friday, I beg your pardon. And they play Baylor tomorrow.
Okay.
That's 1 versus 9.
Who Baylor play again tomorrow? Because I'm gonna lay a bet on them.
Duke.
Oh no, I'm off that one. That's the one I was off when I see it. That's right. When I know Baylor's not gonna get past Duke. As much as I want Baylor to do something, Duke, nah. It's like right now. Who is Carolina playing tomorrow? Who is Carolina playing?
Carolina, as far as the men go, Carolina's out.
Yeah. Oh, they got bounced? Who bounced them?
They won their first 4 game on Tuesday. They made it to Thursday and got bounced by Ole Miss 71-64.
Okay.
Carolina should be ashamed of themselves. How the hell y'all dropped that game to Ole Miss? All people Ole Miss?
Exactly. I'll tell you exactly how they dropped this game to Ole Miss. It's a fate that has belied them all season long. A little word we like to call inconsistency. It has burned. Listen, I've paid attention to Carolina and the ACC all year. It's one of the conferences I've covered from afar. If there's one thing that can describe Hubert Davis, who's the head coach of Carolina, if there's one thing that can describe Hubert Davis's run at Carolina, it's inconsistent. Because since 2022, when they made the national championship game and stood 20 minutes away from a national championship, and they blew it because they lost a 17-point lead to Kansas. And how do I remember that game? Because that game occurred the night of my my cancer surgery, April 4th, 2022.
Wow.
Well, Carolina is out, and Ole Miss gets Iowa State tomorrow. Alabama moves on.
Iowa State's gonna win that game.
Yeah, I got a little cheese on Iowa State. Alabama and St. Mary's goes tomorrow. Winner of that gets BYU in the East region. BYU tipped Wisconsin at the Horn, 91-89 today.
Oh,
And
shout
to
out to
keep,
the Pacers. They clinched the playoff spot.
say again.
Shout out to the Pacers. They clinched the playoff spot.
Yep, they did. The Pacers are in.
They're fourth right now. Well, not bad.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think it'll be Indiana and Boston for the East Finals again.
Yeah, hopefully we won't get crushed, but you know.
I think it'll be Indiana and Boston for the East Finals because I repeat, I do not buy the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Oh, okay.
Here's another upset that happened yesterday. 12th seed Colorado State in the men's bracket beat 5th seed Memphis 78-70. Memphis had the same problem as North Carolina. They were inconsistent all year.
Mm.
And
Okay.
Florida needs to make a statement tomorrow because they'll lead off the men's coverage against the defending national champion UConn Huskies.
Okay.
Meanwhile, second seeded Tennessee is at the half, and they lead 7th seed UCLA in the men's bracket 32-25. That's at the half, and that's your updated men's bracket. And I believe I got everyone on the women's side.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got a Donnybrook over here. In the third regional, 6th seed Michigan against 3rd seed Notre Dame and 3rd ranked Notre Dame. That's tomorrow, and that's 1 o'clock. Louisville will get TCU, 2nd seeded TCU.
Mm.
Another upset today on the women's side. South Dakota State at the 10th seed beats Oklahoma State 74-68, and Oklahoma State shot themselves in the foot with fouls and free throws. So Oklahoma State is out, and South Dakota State gets number 3 UConn, 3rd ranked UConn. And I
Yeah.
believe that is it as
Mm-hmm.
far as the updates go. The only games that are in progress right now, Texas leads William and Mary at half, 50-33, and LSU is blowing out San Diego State 31-10. 6.5 to go in the second quarter.
That's women's, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you said Arkansas plays tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Arkansas plays tomorrow against Texas Tech.
And number 1, U of H is closing out that game. Is it over yet? I got money on that game.
76-70. Matter of fact, let me pull this score up here. 76-72 Houston. There's 61 seconds left in the ball game. Houston's been outscored so far 45-41 in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
So normally you say we up, right? Correct?
Yeah. Houston's up 4.
Up 4 with how many seconds left? That ain't good.
1 minute and 1 second.
Minute and 1 with 4. God dang, they cut it to 4. Shit.
They got it down to 4. And I'm going to pull this game while AB gets ready for the rest of the show. I'm going to pull this game up right now. And if something happens, I will alert you guys.
Okay.
Yeah, please.
Oh, and by the way, for those who do like sports, my Cash App's in the chat.
All right. As I stated earlier, there's a bunch of people running around saying segregation is back. No, it is not.
No, it is not.
We cannot afford to go back to segregation. That actually costs a lot of money. It would cost way too much money to go back to segregation because you got to think separate water fountains, separate bathrooms, and
you know how much work that would be to put it for people to put in. They want that if that were to return. And thanks for letting me update the folks on the tournaments. I appreciate it.
Yes. Yeah, it would be too much work, and they're not willing to spend the money.
They're not.
But I purposely just put that title in just to for clickbait. Segregation. Oh Lord, segregation's coming back. Lordy me.
I saw that and I'm like, AB's got no sense tonight. You are wrong.
We have how can I say this? We
Say
have
it.
we have plenty of liberal crash outs to cover tonight.
Oh no. Oh no.
As you can see on the screen,
Am I gonna
Don
laugh all
Lemon
night?
Don Lemon Juice, and I do mean lemon juice.
Oh,
Oh, that's a good one.
I didn't even plan to push that one. It just happened to show up here on my monitor.
I say I purposely said most people call him lemonade. I call him lemon juice because he's just a bitter old sap now.
Don't you ever say that while I'm drinking water again. Which is cause for me to go off.
But as you can see on the screen, he is interviewing. How can I describe this person? Crying Reed.
Are you kidding me?
Crying bald head Reed.
He did what? I'm sorry to put Al Michaels in this.
Yeah, this sorry heifer.
Are you kidding me? No. That was the one I wanted.
But we're not going to cover the whole interview. It's like over an hour long.
Oh, Jesus.
But there is one part I want to talk about. And believe it or not, this is geopolitics we're about to talk about for a little bit.
I'm all ears.
You'd have to occupy a country. Donald.
And because they're so
through Canada, and that would really put us in a bind.
The conservative that's running. And we are just
all right. Let's
dairy.
I'm trying to get context for this, so bear with me.
That's good. That's good. Oh, and before you even play it,
because
our biggest adversary,
only because it's meant to be our 51st Street. And
okay, but
but listen to this for a second.
We need their territory. They have territorial advantage. We're not going to let them get close to China.
Look, right? I deal with every country, indirectly or directly. One of the nastiest countries to deal with is Canada. The people that, now this was Trudeau, the people that good old Justin, I call him Governor Trudeau, his people were nasty. And they weren't telling the truth. They never told the truth. You know that, they'd say, well, we don't charge. Well, they do. They charge tremendous. They charge tremendous. And if you look at dairy products, what they've done to our farmers, I'd go up.
Yeah. Those of you don't know, all y'all crying about Donald Trump putting tariffs on Canada on dairy products. They have a 200+% tariff on us. But y'all worried about Donald Trump giving them a 25% tariff.
I'm sorry. Repeat that again. I missed my cue.
Canada has a 200+% tariff on milk for us.
Oh,
but y'all,
are you kidding me?
But these knuckleheads are going around crying about Donald Trump putting a 25% tariff on Canada.
Great googly moogly.
I'm bringing them all.
Iowa. I go up to different places, Nebraska, and they would always complain about Canada, how they get ripped off. Do you know that Canada has a 250% tariff? 250. Nobody knows that. They charge us numbers that are crazy. We have a very big deficit with Canada, and there's no reason. Much more. We have much more. Just so you understand, we subsidize Canada, and I like Canada. I love Canada.
Pause, please. Quick update. 14 seconds left. Houston now leads Gonzaga by merely a point. It's now 77-66. And free throws coming for Houston. Continue.
By the way, for the record, I can't stand Laura Ingraham. But anyway,
I love his wife.
I'm sorry, that voice. Q Ratchet waking up today. No.
There's another voice that no one wants to wake up to. I just
Party
won't
is
say
going to
it.
win now in the next election.
You
Likely.
already know
they
who
were,
I'm
they were
referring to.
down and out.
Oh,
Isn't that going to make
yeah,
them
she's about to say something really stupid in a minute or two.
more hostile to us and possibly
I'd rather deal with a liberal than a
for China closer to Canada, and that would really put us in a bind.
The conservative that's running.
So there was someone who said if they make Canada the 51st state, then the Republicans would never win again because they're so liberal up there, our neighbors to the north. But I mean, why would you, if you were sitting down doing an interview with Donald Trump, would you be normalizing it like that? Or I don't know.
I mean, it's absurd. First of all, Donald.
That's President Donald
Stop.
Trump to you.
Stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
It's paused.
I don't know which button to push. I'll just push this one.
What in the all types of blue hell?
Oh, don't by the way, don't forget BGS's second
Oh, you mean this one?
Tell me, what is gay?
Yeah, that one. May as well. May as well. Let's see what we got coming to the stage. Your camera's on it. Oh, never mind. All right.
AL, while you're here, Houston just made 2 free throws. They're up 3, less than 20 seconds remaining.
Yeah,
Right, well,
appreciate that.
Up 4.
Good.
Make it 5. The game is this game's over. They're up 5 with only 2 seconds left.
by the way, I have 19 watching. Like, share, subscribe. Hit my Cash App. Support the show. Hit the super chat. Support the show. Sports update taxes in effect.
Better believe it. And it's a final. Houston 81, Gonzaga 76. That is now a final.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Once again, update tax in effect. Let's continue.
Grampy Trump, let's talk.
Stop.
You can't talk. You like 50.
What in the all types of blue hell?
Tell me, what is gay?
And I'll couple it with...
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
Let's talk. First of all, you can't make Canada the 51st state without going to war.
He's kidding you, dumbass. He's clearly being sarcastic.
Just a moment, AB. I haven't broken this one out in a couple of weeks, but can we just allow her a few minutes, a few seconds rather?
Actually, you want to know what comes to mind when it comes to these two so-called black journalists? How the thing go? Dun, dun, dun. Lowered expectations.
Whoa! Thank you for the cue. I have that one standing by.
Oh,
you know what else?
That never gets old. Go ahead.
You know what else comes to mind looking at these two? Jim?
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs?
Playoffs? Don't talk to me about playoffs.
Now, here's why I pulled that sound. These two are trying to... Bad pun coming. play off of each other.
Uh,
I told you it was bad. Did I not warn you?
Yes, you did.
But I will clean it. I will make up for it by playing this.
Tell me, what is gay?
Even Jody's giving me the side eye on that joke. even
let's continue before we get too far off track.
War with that.
Yes, please.
And let me explain how that happened, how that worked out the last time we tried to go to war with Canada. They burned the White House to the ground in 1814 and won the war. Canada beat us in the War of 1812.
Okay.
Yoga fire.
Go, AB.
Considering we were also in the war with England, that's not surprising.
No.
Also, it should be noted there were only 17 states at the time this allegedly happened.
Mm-hmm.
So what you're saying is dumb as I can't express how stupid this statement she's making is.
I can with the simple push of this button.
And she thinks she's saying something, but she sounds stupid.
They
wait a minute.
their chances.
I found the button. I found the button. We were talking about North Carolina earlier.
Mm-hmm.
The button I'm about to push can describe these two in mainstream media.
You're out. You're out. You're out.
Pretty much.
Against us. You're not going to be
Time. Time out, Houston.
I see y'all lemonade with bald heads. Is this
Hey,
what I'm
really,
with?
Ayla, you need to get closer to your mic or something. It's you're going in and out.
He said Don Lemonade. He said Don Lemonade.
Use
yes,
a troll.
yes.
Troll. Use a troll. Troll. Use a troll. I said that use a troll.
Couldn't help it.
Yeah. But yeah, this is Don Lemonade and Joyless Reed. Shout out to Vicky Diller for that one.
We have never been able to do that. You'd have to occupy a country that is equivalent of the size of the United States.
Wrong.
And wrong.
Okay, this I cannot express. Well, the stupidity right here is unbelievable.
I have two words for both of these people.
You fool!
And as my buddy Playmaker said one morning,
You put me in a stupid realm.
Canada has somewhere around 30 million people.
Mm-hmm.
The United States has over 340 million people.
Can I ask a question of these two, please?
Go ahead.
I haven't asked this question in a while, but considering the two people that are hurting my eyes, I mean, on the screen,
yeah,
I just have to ask.
Who in the blue hell are you?
You still having trouble with your mic, AL?
Yeah, you sound like you're underwater.
Yeah. Let me play tech expert for a minute. AL, what kind of mic you got? Do you have a USB connection? No, I'm just wondering if I have the same kind of mic that he does, and maybe I can troubleshoot for him.
I can tell you exactly what's going on. I got a volume booster app that I'm trying to run.
Gotcha.
Right now. some reason it's not acting right. Normally it does.
Okay.
Right now,
Okay.
I got my volume all the way up. Say something, Snowman.
Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, great, beautiful. Okay, because
Okay.
earlier it wasn't. I mean, I just turned it off, and now I got my volume all the way up, and I can hear you guys. But earlier, y'all was
Okay.
on low. Had to put the
Okay.
books up.
Because what I do is I have a professional setup. I got a mixer, I have two microphones, and I have it wired into my computer. So that's why I asked if I could do some troubleshooting for you.
Yeah.
I got it figured out. Y'all can hear me good now, right?
Yeah,
we can hear you good now.
Okay, let me quit talking shit other than the fact that what the hell I'm witnessing on the screen is hideous, and shame on you for this, AB. Right, right. You done put some of the most ridiculous people in the world, and not to mention, they're not attractive. I don't care what anybody says. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it 10 toes down. That's for Art New Style. Shout out Art New Style. No. This is a very ugly look. Don Lemonade and yellow head, blackety blackface Joanne Reed. Oh no.
Okay. Okay. I just have to with these two people on the screen. Chris,
what in the all types of blue hell
is that?
In which the top 2/3 of it is uninhabited, frozen forest land that touches the Arctic. You know.
Yes, we know that.
You realize
and you do realize we would only have to occupy the Providence areas where everybody lives, and that's on the lower part of Canada, dumbass.
You also realize that even my wife offered an opinion by blowing her nose a moment ago.
Mm-hmm.
Know how that worked out when the Nazis tried that with Russia, which is the equivalent of Canada on that part of the world?
Pause. Joyless Reed, I have one question and one question only.
How do you fuck that up? How do you fuck that up?
And I like that little pun you put there. Joyless, not Joanne. Joyless Reed. She's
Joyless Reed. Okay. Talking about Germany and Russia.
Yes,
it's a well-known fact. Russia. Part of the problem was Germany went into Russia and fight on Russia's territory. The problem is Russia is close to the North Pole, and it's very cold there. And if you don't have the proper supplies going in and out, you're fucked against them.
Basically.
Napoleon tried it too, and had to go back. So this is a well-known history fact, but Joyless Reed was not going to tell you that.
Joyless Reed.
We gonna lose.
I got to use that from now on. Joyless.
But she up here talking about we're going to lose to Canada. No, we're not. We're protecting Canada now. Oops, did I say that out loud?
Say it again.
We're protecting Canada. We're protecting Canada now. Her and Trudeau. I don't know what her and Trudeau are on, but man, they got some of these Canadians' heads. Not talking about Andre, of course, but they got these Canadians. They got these Canadians fucked up in the game.
That's the truth.
Look here, man. These gaslighting ass, these two gaslighting individuals, they need to be court-martialed and shot for treason. Because all they do is squawk out, crybaby, lie after lie after lie, and try to get everybody to believe what they're saying. I'm done with these what gatekeeping agents of destruction.
Yep.
I agree.
We don't have enough troops to occupy. They are a country.
Come on. Oh, come on. Okay. Let's see. Canada has 30 million people. We have 340 million people. Your math ain't mathing.
That's black girl magic. That's black girl magic math. That's why. That's why it don't add up. That's black girl magic, man.
Okay.
I saw this week. I was like, what the?
Can you say the numbers again?
Canada has around 30 million people. It's probably less than that.
Mm-hmm.
And they only have 30 million people because they imported people. Oops, did I say that out loud?
Yeah.
He said we got over 304 million.
340 million people.
Okay. Here's
on top of all the illegal migrants that we imported in the country.
Hey, no, hey, to our defense, we evicting them out like the cockroaches they are. We treating them like raid. You got to go. You got to go.
Here is my lone response to why her math ain't mathing.
Come on!
Of 39 million people who have about as many guns per capita as we do.
Oh, that's such bullshit. Oh my gosh. Oh shit. Oh, wait a minute. Don't play anything, Snowman. I think he's gonna say it for me.
Please.
That is some bullshit.
Yes, sir.
Oh my gosh, that's a bullshit.
You can't tell me. I am. One of the subjects I excelled in was geography.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't sneak that past my granddaughters without them saying something.
She had, she's a specialist, right? She's a pundit, but she's not that smart. Okay, and she's proven that she's not that smart.
She's a specialist, right?
Yeah.
Being a fool?
No. She's a media specialist. That doesn't mean she's an expert. Okay.
A media specialist.
Mm-hmm.
My next word is the following. Shit.
The thing is, she doesn't understand what Trump is trying to do. That's the problem. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
I do you one better, Snowman. Bullshit.
Bullshit, like little boy. Bullshit.
Bullshit. Oh my god.
The thing is, it's embarrassing, and he's letting her get away with it. She's making a fool out of herself.
You know what this could do to those two? Oh God, I can't believe I'm going to make this joke and push this button, but here it goes.
Emotional damage.
I mean, we heard some dumb shit come out of her mouth. At least go with all your contacts. At least go talk to some military people about what.
I mean,
yeah.
This is. I'm convinced, BGS, that they kept Joy Reid on air because they know she's not that smart.
Yeah, well, she's not that smart. Yeah,
I agree. Bless you, honey.
I was talking with.
Go ahead.
Because I was talking. I don't know if you saw. I was talking with Dr. Neal earlier, and we talked about this.
Yeah.
She's one of the. I want to say she's not totally dumb, but she's one of the most foolish people I've ever seen on TV.
Some people, some people, because you get on TV and you get a bit of fame, you think you're an expert to wax on everything. But the thing is, she doesn't know what she doesn't know.
Wait, hold on, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Hey, BGS.
Mm-hmm.
I have a message for you.
Yes, sir.
Hmm?
Your sister-in-law wants to say hi to you.
Hey, baby.
Hey, mama. You taking care of my man?
You just say, mama, you taking care of my man.
Well, always.
Always. All right. Okay.
Always. I'm making some chocolate pudding pies. You want to come over?
Sure. You're his reparations, right?
Ain't that about it, bitch? God damn it, boy. God damn it, I say. Hey, please forgive me.
Hey, BGS, I told you she loved that joke.
Reparation.
Oh my goodness, too funny.
Oh boy.
I told you she loved that joke.
You almost made me choke on this weed over there.
Oh, he almost choked the first time he heard it. He almost choked.
Listen, when BGS said that joke during a live stream out loud, and I was working here in my office,
Yeah.
I walked away choking on my water.
Where is Charles at right now? Because
Charles, you got to go find him, man. He's not here right now.
He'll be all right. He'll be
in another hour or so. Come back in another hour. He'll be here.
He's got telegrams to fill, man.
Go back, man, and make a few more sales and come back. All right.
Yeah, you'll be all right. But,
man, when BGS made that reparations joke on his live stream where you were talking about it, and I mentioned I mentioned my wife. A, I walked away from my desk laughing. B, Jody walked in the door 30 seconds later, and I repeated that very line to her, and she walked away dying. But see, this is the one point that I make all the time. Jody and I may not be the same color, and we, you know, how many things we make about each other and for each other. Shit, we take this and run with it, man. But when I said, when I told her that you said she was
your reparations,
your white chocolate sister-in-law.
Oh, yeah.
I said that one on the road, man. She was dying.
I'm dying over here for reparations.
I thought you heard that one.
You know she's your reparations. I was like, what the fuck?
No, when I said it, and he was talking about his wife, I said, I know.
Yeah.
But you know how he goes to about when he walks in, and there's a crowd of black women. What they say,
I got a version of that game tonight. Go on, BGS.
and I said, you know that white girl says reparations.
And look, while you bullshitting, the minute I started choking, all that, you know how we like to play that running joke when Snowman coming here with me and my wife was at, we ran into some crying.
Yeah.
The enemy and had it, you know, all that's popping through my head. So I'm trying to hold this goddamn shit down. I'm like,
yeah. That's why he started choking. I just had to bring it up because she was there, man. And
really, and that's what she loves about it, man.
And see, that was great comedic
I knew she could get a laugh out of it.
See,
that was some great comedic
with all the jokes that you guys and myself have made about her and vice versa. And BGS, you started this shit 2.5 years ago when she walked in the house and thought my camera was on, which it wasn't, because she saw the blue light indicators. So I switched them off, and she says, "Don't be going my dirty ass house." And BGS's crazy ass opens his mouth and goes, "You sure there's not a black woman in there?" Jody heard that through my headphones and passed out laughing. And now it's like one of the running jokes of the house.
Yeah,
it's one of the running jokes of the household.
Okay, all right, go back to it, Dave.
Go back.
Yeah,
but the thing is, I heard, you know, that's why I came out. I heard her talking about Canada in the forest and
like what's going on with this Canada talk? Like I heard a little bit of Canada talk, y'all were talking some shit. Like I heard
he on some happy weed tonight. He's on some happy weed tonight.
You have to understand. You have to understand what he's trying.
I'm with my homie right now.
All right. Okay. He's ex-military. Then he'll understand what Trump is trying to do. Okay. China's taking over most of the planet right now, right? So what Trump is trying to do is isolate North America, okay, from the Arctic all the way down to the Panama Canal. Okay?
Yes.
So, and even Canada knows what he's trying to do. He's not trying to invade Canada, take over Canada. He's stating a policy because he's not trying to go take over Mexico or Panama, right? He's stating a policy.
That's all.
Yeah.
I mean that like Gulf of America, that was kind of messed up.
Gulf. It's politics,
man. Come on, man.
It's politics, man.
It's politics.
Yeah, it's politics. And what he's saying is, what I'm saying is, what he's saying is, okay.
Bro.
If you let me say it, instead of running through me, I'll say it. If you don't want me to say it, I'll just keep quiet.
Speak,
Okay.
boss.
Okay.
Hush your mouth.
Go
Speak,
for it,
boss.
BGS.
It's propaganda.
That was motherfucker that, sir.
Huh?
Dre.
He can't help it.
Oh,
go ahead, Dre. Go ahead, get it out, man. So I can talk. Go ahead and get it out. Go ahead and get it out.
It's a little too high for me right now.
Can you mute him, sir, please?
I'm with my boy. Like
I understand, but
No, we don't give two fucks.
Okay, it's all right.
Okay, I've had enough. Sorry.
Okay, now go ahead, BGS.
Now
Come back when you're not high, Andre, please.
I was saying is that it's a policy, okay, because they're trying to limit the damage of the BRICS taking over the rest of the planet, right?
Right.
Basically,
Right.
Europe is not Europe is getting ready to go down. It's because they've lost their wealth, because their wealth doesn't come from Europe. Their wealth comes from Latin America and comes from Africa, right?
Yep.
Okay.
China has that, right? So Europe is going to be an anchor way. So what he's saying, let Europe go, okay, and concentrate on North America, because South America's already gone, Africa's already gone. So you got to consolidate what you have as far as North America.
Right.
He floats thing like Canada being the 51st state.
Yep.
In other words, they economically depend on us. Okay, Canada probably could not survive without the economic might of the United States. So
Okay, so with that being said, let me ask you this question. Well, all this is going on, like we said, we know he's just putting it out as a presidential executive order, this and the third.
Yeah.
Could he have the ability under duress to annex Canada?
No.
And like you said, make it a 50. Okay, got you.
I mean, you know,
I asked the question only to gain knowledge. So.
I don't care how big your military is. You're not going to invade a country of 30 million people, okay, without a whole lot of damage, especially if you're already losing money. Basically, you wouldn't even try to invade them anyway. What you try to do is economically tie them to you.
Yeah.
Okay. You get them that way.
Yeah, well, they're white. So basically, if you want to remain white in these coming years, you're gonna have to bind with your white brothers, which is America. Otherwise, you're not gonna survive.
Yeah, I started out the stream today, BG. I was like, "Oh Lordy B, we're going back to segregation." Nah,
which inspired the thumbnail for tonight.
Okay, who said going back? I mean, I don't know where they get that from. In fact,
Trump redid an order that's really not necessary because of the laws anyway.
What
about how federal contractors can't, segregate and all that crap.
The bathrooms and stuff.
Yeah.
Basically, you can't do that. I mean, it's because Congress and Congress and the Supreme Court already picked that all out. Okay.
Yeah.
All they can do is reiterate what Congress has already said, right, about equal protection. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not profitable for them to go back to segregation. So I don't know what everybody's talking about.
You can't. There's two things that's going on, right? If you understand demographics, number one, there's not enough white people being born. Their numbers are going to go down. They've already hit their death cross. Okay.
Yes.
There's more white people dying and less white babies being born. Okay. They hit their death cross in 2015. Okay. 10 years.
And it was accelerated by the use of that goddamn fentanyl and shit. They was in
fentanyl, COVID. People don't realize that COVID.
COVID. Yep.
Hold on. COVID killed 2 million white people. Okay, they were all old, but there were 2 million white people. 85% of COVID deaths were white people. Okay, they don't announce that. Okay.
And why would they? You know how devastating of a look that would be for the mass media to admit that much percentage, such as you just said, of white people in the past, and they acknowledge it. They will feel demoralized.
That's why they give you rates instead of numbers, right? In Florida alone, that's how come they went after that chick, right, in Florida about publishing numbers, right? Because she said 82% of the COVID deaths in Florida were white, older white people. Okay? So basically, you lost between. That's how Trump is trying to get rid of fentanyl. Okay. You can't keep losing working age white people and especially white men. Okay, you're losing them already. Okay, that's the reason they try to. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
As many shootings.
That's going to say, why don't they have as many shootings?
Because it's a country where people hunt. People have a gun culture there as well. They're just not as gun crazy. They don't take their guns to.
Yeah, but we have 400 guns here. 400 million guns
They
here.
don't. No. The reason they don't have as many shootings is because Canada is a socialist, but basically a socialist state. They take care of their people.
Yes.
Yep.
There's no need to go out and rob and kill and shoot people. Okay. And plus, Canada is a very integrated society.
Yes.
The only people that have problems with the government of Canada are the natives.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
They don't have a racial problem because all the people that are racially ambiguous are basically immigrants. Okay, or children of immigrants. They don't have the history of slavery in Jim Crow in Canada. In fact, that's where we ran to get away from slavery and Jim Crow. Remember back in the day? Well, they don't have that problem. So the shootings and crime and stuff like that we have in the inner city, they don't have it because they don't have they don't run a society like that.
Yeah, but to sum this up, because I ain't going through this hour and whatever.
Yeah.
This is to sum this up. You big dummy.
The thing that's why this election has really opened my eyes about these people with these degrees that are supposed to be smart.
Oh yeah.
I think Dr. D was saying the same thing.
Yeah, that is an understatement because I am practically married. Jody's going after her doctorate right now, and she's really zoned in on. And BGS, I never answered your question you asked me a while back. What is she going for a doctorate in education?
Okay. I mean, one thing Jody probably knows, okay, fortunately for her, the bar is really low right now. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not going to be extremely hard to get your doctorate right now. It's because the bar is really low. Because a lot of people coming out.
She told me that.
Yeah.
She told me that. It's one of the things that we talk about a lot. It's one of the things we talk about a lot. She says, but she basically went. She said, "I want to do it, and I'm going to do it," because she was about to get it from Indiana State, but unfortunately, the program where she was in
got killed.
Yep, got killed.
Okay,
it got killed right before we moved to North Carolina.
Okay,
or take that back. About a month after we got to North Carolina, that's when she. During COVID? Okay, it was during COVID.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah. It was during COVID where it got where it got killed. But she's going to finish this program and she's going to open up her practice. And I said, baby, as long as I'm there to cut the ribbon when you open.
Yeah. Fortunately, the bar is really low, and since there's all this kerfuffle about the education, I think they're kicking all the education funds back to the states. She should apply for grants and see what happens. Because they're in the mood right now.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, let's talk about education for a minute because I got a chance to talk to my nephew that's same age as I am, and I asked him because he has 4 children.
Okay.
And I asked him what he thinks about this new math that they're on.
Okay. They've been here for the last 20 years.
Yeah.
How old is he?
He just turned 42 a couple days ago.
Okay. He's had some of it. He didn't have all of it. But they started that new math shit about 20 years ago. So, yeah, about a little 25 years ago. The Common Core shit. Now I had kids. I know. I saw the shit coming home. Okay.
I'm glad I grew up on the old math. God damn it, shit.
We grew up on the old math because he hates it as much as I do.
Yeah, because it's designed for a female brain and not a male brain.
But he has the same complaints I have. Like this is unnecessary shit. You just we do it the old-fashioned way.
Basically, what they took higher order math and they cut it up in pieces. Okay, instead of going through step by step mastering each step, right? They mix all the shit together, so you get
mix it together.
Because women learn better that way. You get a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit there, and at some point you kind of graduate, and it's supposed to all come together, right? The thing is, men's minds don't work that way.
Magical thinking, huh?
Whatever that was. This Bill Gates and Steve Jobs coming up with this Common Core math shit. Okay, that's where
They need to have their asses.
I learned the old way, and most of the math I learned by watching sports because Dad would get me into it.
Yeah.
And the way Dad would get me into, especially learning multiplication and division, box scores.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Box scores.
That's how my math got better. Keeping up with rushing yards and statistics.
Rushing yards, yards per carry. The big thing, how my dad got me into per catch, all of that. But the biggest thing that my dad used for me in terms of box scores to get me to really learn division, batting average.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fractions and
batting average.
He
would always say, "What's
hold
your?"
on, wait a minute, Snowman. I'm just gonna come out and say it. You're too high, Andre. Take a break.
Yeah. He's
He
on
would
the
always
block
get
with
me-
his boys. So right now.
Yeah. Two things. Actually, two things. Being a baseball rat, he got me to understand fractions with batting average and three little letters, and you know them well, BGS.
ERA.
ERA.
Yeah.
The two quickest ways for me to learn fractions and percentages. I did it with baseball.
Okay. Yeah.
Pissed my teachers off.
Earn run average.
It's all the same. Yeah.
Pissed my teachers off because they're doing the long explanation, and I listen. Don't get me wrong. I just had a shortcut involving something I love, which was baseball.
Yeah, but they can't. They have to go through the whole process.
Yeah, they do. They do, and I understand. And I understood that.
We actually got into sports too. Is kids are playing football and soccer.
Yeah,
nice.
The easy way to teach multiplication is sit your kids down and actually let them watch multiplication rock. Easiest way to learn it. Sit them down, have them listen to watch a segment every day. They'll learn it.
You got a 12-year-old son, and his son try to go to for the help. I'm worried, like, man, I can't help you with that stuff. You go to this last
the thing is, reason I was able to understand it is because I had higher order math, and I saw what they're trying to plug into. So I understand. So I'm like, why are you trying to teach algebra in the third grade? Okay, you know, with unknowns, it doesn't make sense. So why are you trying to do unknowns in third grade?
Oh,
doesn't make sense.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
You know the kind of math that really used to piss me off? Word problems.
Yeah. You're trying to teach geometry, okay? In fourth grade, it doesn't make sense.
I guess those two knuckleheads thought we got to catch America up some type of way. We already going to the bottom. They thought this was a good idea. I'm just saying.
What they said, they were trying to train kids' minds like you train a computer. That was their thought.
Even worse. Even worse.
That was they were saying. It was at some point they thought that if you teach kids math this way with algorithms instead of rote memorization, okay, basically that that the kids would actually learn use those algorithms to start programming computers. Didn't work out that way. Okay.
No, it didn't.
Because the human mind doesn't work that way.
Bringing up political pan.
Now, what's this one?
This is from the Standard of Truth podcast. I told you, Andre, but anyway, this is from the Standard of Truth podcast with April, and she was on a news show, and they were talking about variety of topics.
We're joined today by April Chapman. She's a Project 21 ambassador and the host of the Standard of Truth
Project
podcast.
21.
Also joining us is Daniel Littman.
Standard.
What is Project 21?
I don't know.
Project 21 standard, sir. They said standard at the end.
Okay. It's a project. The thing is, what does it entail? So
he's a White House and Washington reporter for Politico. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Great to have you both this morning. So let's start with the EU summit. We just heard that report there. Every nation signing a joint statement backing Ukraine except one, Hungary, the lone holdout. It's the second time the Hungarian prime minister declined to sign a statement pledging support. Daniel, your overall thoughts on what we're discussing here with respect to NATO?
Yeah, Hungary has long been kind of pro-Russian in some ways and played both sides. So this is not a huge surprise.
That's not the part that's really important.
Okay.
Well, talking about delivering on promises, President Trump making good on a promise to dismantle the Department of Education. Take a listen.
My administration will take all lawful steps to shut down the department. We're going to shut it down and shut it down as quickly as possible. It's doing us no good. We want to return our students to the states where just some of the governors here are so happy about this. They want education.
Yeah, I was talking to Dr. Neal about this a little bit earlier, and I I wanted to, he's an educator, so I wanted to get his thoughts on it. He said he pretty much told me he's giving up on it, and they need, he agrees with what they're doing.
Department of Education. The thing is, they can defund it. They can't shut it down because that would take Congress to do it. If they if they can convince Congress to do it, then they could do it. Okay, they could eliminate it. But the thing is, all he can do is eliminate some of the money.
Yeah,
or some of the personnel.
And at this point, we don't see Congress stepping up to the plate.
You know what? The thing is, with Congress counts votes, and Congress likes other people to take the blame for stuff they would like to see.
They're calculating out who's going to take the blame for what.
Just like when they counted the votes about the continuing resolution.
Yeah.
Okay. The Democrats didn't vote on it, knew they was going to pass anyway. So all they wanted to do was put it on record. And then when it came down to they needed the Senate to actually pass it, the Democrats actually folded. So who's going?
It's like who's going to take the blame?
Who's going to take the blame? Yeah,
turned out it's going to be Chuck Schumer. So
Schumer stepped up, said, "Okay, enough
the
of this."
Senate told them, "Don't you bring this bullshit to our door, because you know what we gonna do."
The thing is, they got together to figure out who's going to take the hit for it. So the 10 Democrats took the hit for it.
Well, if they did shut down the government allegedly, then people would ask, okay, what's your plan, Democrats? And they clearly don't have one, so Chuck floated.
And the continuing resolution didn't make that big of an impact. It shifted money around, but it didn't make a big impact.
It made no big impact. They're talking about it's going to cut Medicaid, it's going to cut.
They can't.
No, they're doing. They're not.
They can't. It was basically. That's why when you listen to stuff like that, especially with the budget, Schweiker will tell you that the Medicaid is locked in; they can't touch it. So, so the Medicaid they can shift the money around inside Medicaid, but they can't touch it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's continue.
Education to come back to them, to come back to the states, and they're going to do a phenomenal job. Teachers, to me, are among the most important people in this country, and we're going to take care of our teachers.
You know, April, yesterday, a lot of Democrats completely lost it, especially Black Democrats and a lot of Black organizations. I'm looking on my social media, all of the outrage. I begin to comment and say, this is an opportunity for everyone to actually take advantage of the additional funds coming to states to start independent schools, charter schools, vouchers, homeschooling, to provide diversity of options. What say you?
You know, this is a prime example of the Democrat Party and those that support leftist ideology doing exactly what they've been doing, but now they can no longer hide it. They want to keep minority students, brown students, American students in general in failing schools, and they're not interested in opportunity. I remember listening to the head of one of the largest teachers unions, Randy Weingarten, made it very clear that if this were to happen, the unthinkable would happen, right? The money would actually go to private schools or charter schools. This is an opportunity for parents to rise up and own their power. We do not share custody of our children with the government. And it is clear that these individuals have never cared or were remotely interested in the health and safety and well-being and educational outcomes of the children. They are
Well, they are part of they are owned by the state, but the state ain't doing its job, and it is what it is.
being selfish, self-centered, and now that the 60% of the U.S. Department of Education's budget that has been used for administration, we're now going to see that money go back to the states to where it belongs, in the hands of the students. They believe that they own you, they control.
I gotta look it up, but they said of the 250 billion, they said almost like 25% of it, less than 25% is actually spent on the kids. The rest of it's just bureaucracy, which is insane.
Yeah.
Yep. Went through a teacher strike in high school in 1987, 88 year. The bureaucracy is insane. It's insane, and I couldn't stand it.
Control you, and when that power is removed, they start to melt down, crash out, and freak out.
Well, can I say something on this topic, guys?
By the way, before we continue, I got 69 watching. Like, share, subscribe, hit the Cash App, support the show, hit the Super Chat, support the show. The BGS tax is in effect.
Most certainly is.
Trump talking about how the nation's report card is really failing, that we spend so much money and we don't get a lot of great outcomes. I think there's a variety of reasons for that, because the main thing is that schools are mostly funded by real estate taxes, and so you.
Yeah, I like listening to April on a regular. She leans conservative. I don't think she's sellout territory, but
You get wealthy suburbs like Northern Virginia, like Westchester in New York, like the suburbs around San Francisco. They spend a ton of money per pupil, and they do a pretty good job. And those schools are some of the best in the country. Whereas if you look at economically downtrodden places in Kentucky or Ohio or in the inner city in Detroit, they don't have as much money, and it's harder to recruit teachers. And so unless you fix this important element or get more federal funding, and kind of spread the wealth around in terms of having a more equal funding structure, you're never going to really address these major inequalities in our country.
No, I fundamentally have to push back and disagree with that.
Go
we
ahead.
see academic outcomes in major urban epicenters that get plenty of funding, and the outcomes are still poor.
Right.
If you have in Baltimore $26,000 to $28,000 being spent per child, I'm a homeschool mom. It has never cost me $26,000 a year to educate one student. The issue is that
that money's going to everybody else.
our education
Is going to pay staff and all that crap and all that.
Our centers of academic learning are being used as indoctrination training camps, and a lot of this money that's being pumped into the school system does not go to actually educating students. Teachers do not have the freedom to educate and focus on academics. And when children are going to school and they're being taught that whiteness is bad and that Black people are oppressed, and they're not spending any measurable time on things that are going to promote human flourishing and allow them to compete on the world stage, the outcomes are going to be poor. This is not a money problem. I have 4 children and I spend less than $10,000 a year of my own money to educate them. This is a bureaucracy issue, and it's not a money problem.
Amen.
Amen to that.
Yeah, let's have a little fun here. We're gonna go to the reason I call this crash outs. We're gonna go to a whole bunch of people that are going after that are burning up Teslas.
This ought to be interesting.
And all I want to see happen on my birthday is for Elon to be taken down. Yes,
Send Elon
Oh boy.
to Mars with all his ugly cars. Send Elon to Mars
with all his ugly cars.
Pause.
Telling me that the
Chris.
What in the all types of blue hell?
And to the great BGS.
How do you fuck that up? How do you fuck that up?
I can't thank you enough, BGS, for sending me that clip.
Yep. But anyway, let's continue.
President of the United States is hawking vehicles on the lawn of the White House. That's like climbing up into the lap of Abe Lincoln at his memorial and using him as a toilet. Somebody get me a bucket and a wafer thin mint because I'm about to be sick.
Biden selling EVs at the White House, good. Trump selling EV at the White House, bad.
Pretty much.
Woke feminists are melting down and destroying Teslas along with their lives because Teslas are covered in cameras. You thought she was king of Tesla. Turns out it's a Rivian. Congratulations. You just vandalized the wrong car, genius. Does anybody recognize her? It says, I wonder if she's a client or employee of Stretch Zone. Got another brainwashed leftist lemming caught on Sentry mode, keying a Tesla Cybertruck. Cash reward for whoever can name this person who keyed my dad's car. Turn him in. Yep, there he goes on
Whoops.
camera.
You done left fingerprints and all. You are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
Internet, do your thing. This man keyed a
I never
Tesla
thought
in
I
the
would see
parking
that
lot
clip
of
again.
North Vancouver's
Me neither.
Save on Foods in Brooks Bank around 3:39 p.m. March 16th.
He ain't Rondo. They are really dumb.
They drove
No
a gray
lies
Buick.
told.
If anyone recognizes them, please DM us and we'll put you in touch with the owner. Looking around, pretending to inspect her own vehicle for hashtag reasons. There's this guy, he's looking around, and right there, it appears as if he is keying this vehicle.
You going to jail?
Oh boy.
You're going to jail. Who are these people? This is nightmare.
We are coming after you. We
I
believe these
just
are
see
organized.
Mm-hmm.
These are not individual.
Now that's what's the term for it? That's Pam Bondi. That's the Attorney General.
Out there throughout the country doing this on their own. They're targeting Tesla owners. They're targeting Tesla dealerships. They're targeting Elon Musk, who is out there trying to save our country, and it will not be tolerated. We are coming after you. We will find you.
You don't have to come and confess that you did. We're looking for you. We gonna find you. I'm letting you know now,
gosh.
so you can run and tell that.
I'm with you, Snowman. I never
boy.
thought I would see that video
It's going
again.
to get as ugly as we can think.
I
And the only way to
thought
stop that
that
is
clip was dead.
I never thought I would see that clip again.
if
Me
the people
neither.
who have the money are afraid of us, of the 99%. And, it's the people who own the society, the owners, those people, we have to make them really afraid. And what's happening now with Musk is making them very afraid. And that's a good thing.
So we need to be very clear about what our demands are, about what our bright lines are, and that we're not going to stop until Tesla is done with Musk.
If we drive down the stock price low enough, we can force him to sell his stock to pay back the billions of dollars of debt that he took on to buy Twitter. This will drive Tesla stock into a death.
Oh gosh.
Penalty flag on the field.
First of all, everybody knows, as BTS will tell you, everybody knows the government gave that money to buy Twitter. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Penalty. No. Let me do this the BGS way. With this face on my screen. Oh, God, forgive me for this joke, but
Tell me, what is gay?
Yeah, that's enough of that.
yeah, that's enough. Okay. Let's really have some fun here. Do I see J-Matt up here? What's up, J-Matt?
What's up, Snowman? How you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Good. What's up? Appreciate you, AB, for having me up here, man.
Okay, let's really have some fun. Okay, when my cancer struck, and y'all know the game we're about to play.
Oh.
When my cancer struck, I spent most of the time, my wife and I did, between Durham and Raleigh. She worked in Raleigh. I was in the hospital in Durham. Yeah. I get out one day and I'm feeling good. So wife says, why don't you wife says, you want to go to lunch? Sure, we'll go to lunch.
Uh-oh. I see where this is going.
Yeah, you know where this is going. We go to this little place in Raleigh, one of our favorite places. We're just doing fine. There was hardly nobody in this joint. The next sentence I'm going to say should tell you where this game is going to go. Then the gynocracy walked in.
Sounds about right.
As a matter of fact, this was an Applebee's. This was an Applebee's we went to in Raleigh.
Okay.
Jody and I are sitting there cutting up. You guys know how Jody and I are around each other, and we get like-minded people around us, and we're laughing like crazy. Yeah, they walked in, and they saw us. Now, y'all know there's an unlimited amount of answers, so let me hear the best ones. What do you think these weave-wearing, side-eye having, I won't use the word, but y'all know the word I want to insert here. What do you think they were thinking? I know.
That is parole officer. Wait a minute. She must own him.
Come on, I want everybody to have fun.
Wait. That's my cocky sir. No fair.
Who he think he is?
And All-Star G, you said it correctly.
He think he doing something. She don't look that good.
J-Man, I still get that one. Still get that one.
Look at him collecting his reparations and shit.
They can't fathom the fact that
you know what they first when he first walked in, said, "Oh,
Wait a minute, I got the best one. No, he didn't.
Yes, he
did.
did.
Hey, and the chick in the back. Oh, this is some bullshit.
Her mini BGS voice.
Oh boy. Bullshit.
Then you got the one sane heifer in the bus talking about, why y'all tripping? If he like what he like, oh, shut up, bitch. You don't know what you're talking
about. The old classic coon.
He looked like he like white women.
J-Man, I have a side note to that. That's what happened when we went to the first place she and I ever went to in Raleigh. I beg your pardon. We went to Cookout in Raleigh. That was the first time that happened.
Oh, the one on Tarboro?
I believe that's
Tarboro
one.
Road. Yeah, Tarboro Road. Yeah, just
Tarboro Road.
Downtown.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because I picked her up. I was in Durham doing my show. I picked her up in Raleigh. We went to lunch. But yeah, and that was the first time that look was.
Oh yeah, it's hood as hell over there, bro. You was in the streets. Yeah. You live dangerous, boy.
How dare you bring her into our hood? Negro has lost your ever-loving mind. We don't tolerate that type of bullshit around here.
Oh,
we
boy.
conservative.
What's wrong with him?
Yeah.
And where is it? I think I don't know who's Of course, I got a lot of this courtesy of BGS. I got a lot of this.
Now that's some bullshit.
Obviously.
Oh, yeah, now.
Oh, look at Detroit 313's response.
What in the all types of blue hell?
Well done. Oh my God.
Oh, my grandmama, she gonna make me have to cut a bitch. How dare she step that in?
Yeah.
Hey, that was the first bunch we ran into when we went to Denny's in Henderson.
No, again, why are you in Henderson, bro? Why are you in Henderson?
Will was there for a job, didn't pan out like we hoped, so we made the best of it.
Boy.
Trust me, J-Man, listen, trust me, we were trying to move to Raleigh, to Durham, to anywhere else, just ran out of time because I got sick.
Mm-hmm. How long were you in Henderson for?
He said it like it was a death sentence.
Year and a
How
half.
long was you in Henderson for?
Bruh, no, you don't know
Year and a-
Henderson, North Carolina. If you knew Henderson, North Carolina, AL.
I trucked through it, straight
No, no.
past it, and didn't
You
stop.
know, you know how BGS talk about Colleen?
Mm-hmm.
If you imagine,
Hold on,
if
time out.
Colleen was smaller.
He never answered that question earlier in the week when he said that shit jokingly on his sleep. I put it in the chat, and this for you, old man. I say, so what's wrong with Bell County, Killeen, Texas Negroes?
Clean Texas Negroes is because my brother's been there for 20 years, over 20 years, and I see what the kids come out. And I said it reminds me of Breaking Bad. Okay, yeah, have middle class white and black kids acting like gangsters. Okay. They have no reason.
Let me give
You're absolutely correct. It don't make no sense.
It don't make no sense. Okay.
And when I moved up here for my senior year, it was a culture shock for me too. I say, y'all niggas playing hard?
Yeah.
No, come down to Austin. We'll show you what the fuck hard is. Go up to Dallas. Go down to Houston.
Go down to Houston. You want to go and see what hard is? Go down to Houston.
Yes.
Okay?
Y'all playing.
If you really want to know what hard is, go to New Orleans. Okay.
Exactly.
All their parents had military pensions.
They had military pensions. They had good
Living
jobs.
good houses and all that. These
Living
niggas trying
3-4
to
bedroom
rob.
houses.
Yeah, you got a point there.
I got a
You got
few
a
extra
That's why
bells.
it reminds me of Breaking Bad.
I got a few extra bells to give out. I got 3 of them for All Star G with the comments that he made when we were playing the game. Detroit 313 gets a couple, and then this one from Captain Obvious is the one I still get. Read the comment from Captain Obvious in the chat. That's the one I get the most.
You must hate black women. You must hate black women.
And the bad part is I still get it.
I bet.
Maybe not verbally, but boy, the side eyes.
Yeah, let's have a little fun, fellas. This was hilarious to me.
Now y'all gotta throw it back. No, man, you gotta throw it back, bro. Oh my God, throw it back. Throw the damn fish back. Now y'all gotta throw it back.
Bruh.
Bruh.
Are you kidding me? Stop. You know what? They should have never gave y'all niggas any sort of technology.
I've got to do it. AB, this is for you.
Now, just to give a little context, if I'm not mistaken, this is WWE 2K25 footage. This is all video game footage.
Mm-hmm. You can't make this up.
That's crazy.
You simply can't make this up.
Cannot do it.
You cannot make this up.
What's that old clip that you play all the time, BTS? They should have never gave you a sheep blow.
Yeah. Never get these ass blow.
Or TikTok.
Yeah.
All I gotta say is, don't let me find it. Don't let me find that you always lead in with. Yes.
Ash blokes.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
A 911 operator arrested and charged after she allegedly hung up on dozens of callers.
Investigators say that between October 2015 and March 2016, Houston emergency.
BGS, what is wrong with these sisters, man?
Hmm?
What is
What
wrong?
had happened?
They're getting ready to get put on the street.
What?
She tired and she didn't want to deal with
I'm
it.
sorry. What?
She was hanging up on.
What had happened?
She's a 911 operator, and she was hanging up on people.
She was tired, y'all. Come on, y'all. What are y'all doing? First of all, I'm not gonna let y'all do this. No.
Center managers track thousands.
This
Ain't
woman
got no
was
man.
tired. This woman was tired. She had a lot of kids at the house that was bothering her, getting on her nerves. And
Yeah,
so she,
yeah.
I
She
just wanted some time, y'all. She just wanted some time to just breathe while she was at work. And these
Oh,
bitches
my
was
God.
calling.
Yeah.
They kept calling in.
They keep calling me.
Y'all don't understand. See, y'all don't understand the plight of this woman. Y'all don't get it. The plight of this woman is that if she was just allowed to breathe for just 5 minutes, y'all,
If I can get my man back.
she start
A
playing.
911 operator
Siri, play,
arrested and
play Baby
charged
Come Back
after
by
she
Ohio
allegedly
Players.
hung up on dozens of callers.
Investigators say that between October 2015 and March 2016, Houston Emergency Center managers tracked thousands of dropped calls to a single 911 operator.
God damn.
This woman,
It took them that long?
43-year-old Crenshawnda Williams. Williams has been charged with
The name
Had to
should
be a
tell you
black
everything. I was going to say the name should tell you everything.
Oh my
Yeah.
Not an ounce of remorse on her face.
My God.
deliberately hanging up on callers in 2 of those cases, including one involving an armed robbery that left a store owner dead.
Or the minivan is setting right.
Yeah, she toast.
Yeah, she's toast. Yeah,
she's
she
known.
needs some time. Yeah.
Isn't it kind of
Wait. Better button.
You're out.
Is that a federal crime doing that, or
It should be.
State.
I believe
State
crime.
it's state crime.
State crime.
Right here by the house, that's where she fell.
Buster Pendley says Williams hung up on him too. That was early on the morning of March 1st. His wife was near death after a blood clot moved to her lungs.
She was gasping, and I could feel her heart beating out of her chest, but I couldn't get a pulse.
Pendley says he was trying to perform CPR with one hand while calling 911 with the other.
The 911 operator answered the phone, and she said, "This is Krishanda. May I help you?" I said, "Yes, my wife's passed out. I need an ambulance." She said, "Okay," and she hangs up on me.
An ambulance finally arrived after a second call, and Pendley's wife survived. But just thinking about it still makes her angry.
I was furious because he didn't tell me, because I would have gotten from my hospital bed and gone to 911 to find out who did that to me.
Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know why it went on so long. Why did it take so long to get rid of her?
understaffed? Probably
In this culture where everything's monitored, why it take so long?
Understaffed. They didn't care. And nobody really died, so it's like
No, there's one that storing it actually.
Yeah, but I think that's what they did. That's what did it, though. I think. It's
Yeah,
like,
what did they charge her with?
I don't know. That's a good question. But
Williams is charged with 2 counts of interfering with an emergency call. That's a Class A misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to a year in jail and a $4,000 fine if she's convicted, and that's for each count.
A 911 operator.
Each count.
In the all types of blue hell.
So she gets 2 years in jail for a dude dying because she was negligent, and $8 grand.
It depends how the law is written. Okay.
Yeah, that's if that's a law, that's a law. But
the thing, if it's me, it was really would teach these people is that all those people who had drop calls would sue the county.
Exactly.
Okay?
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
And you have
solve that problem.
I wish it was in Texas. So
it was in Texas, in Harris County, to be precise.
Dennis need to get in on this, okay? To make some money. It's easy money.
Heck yeah! Look at her. She coming into jail looking like that. Look at this woman.
In fact, send that to Dennis, man, so Dennis can make some money.
Like the absolute disregard for whatever on her face. She showed us the jail. She showed us the prison. She showed us the court looking like this.
Well, the thing is, there's crazy people all over. The thing is, how come she was not gotten rid of after after 10, not 1,000? They monitor this stuff. Okay,
You ran over a man that chooses to punch holes in the walls instead of communicating his feelings like a real man should.
What in the
Rewind that sentence? Rewind that sentence?
What is
Do I
wrong
have
with
to?
chicks, man?
You crying over a man that chooses to punch holes in the wall instead of communicating his feelings like a real man should.
He would have punched holes in her.
Yeah, exactly.
A real man would have punched holes in her.
Oh yeah, he would have definitely punched you doing that.
Yeah, men punch each other. Okay.
Oh gosh.
They punch holes in the wall to keep from punching holes in you.
Yeah.
Dummy.
And she hasn't figured that out yet.
She ain't married.
Whoa. Try again. She hasn't figured it out. End of story.
Who says she even dates men?
Probably not.
Look at that hairline.
Okay. Here we go. Go back to that other one. Go back to that other
Did
one.
y'all see the story where the grandma under
Grampy Trump.
No, not that one. The one before it.
First of all,
sorry.
You crying over a man that chooses to punch holes in the wall
Pause.
instead of communicating.
Oh,
perfect.
Oh gosh.
God.
Jesus Christ. Are you kidding me?
He did what?
Stop the cap.
What in the all types of blue hell?
Huh?
You see this screen right here? This is what we are supposed to save, gentlemen.
Yeah.
We're supposed to save
Okay.
this from itself.
I got the perfect button to end this collage. If y'all see that face, you'll understand what I'm about to play.
What is that? What the fuck is that?
I will pull out. Run for the choppers.
By the way, I got 68 watching. Like, share, subscribe. Hit the cash app, support the show. Hit the super chat, support the show.
Oh gosh.
Or do what I had to end my show,
to get to
basically.
the chopper tax in effect.
All I can say is mob out.
I'm out. Yep. Let me play the full clip from the sergeant because it has to begin with a question.
What is that?
Oh.
What is that?
Never. Actually, the full quote was, "Holy Jesus, you going to bed, honey?"
fuck yeah, it's midnight.
Duh, big bro. Duh. Like,
She finished it with the perfect statement by saying, "I'm gonna turn into a pumpkin. I'm going to bed."
Now listen to this insane story.
Oh
the
boy.
grandma unalived the granddaughter because the granddaughter hit her.
Nah, keep listening.
Man, baby, unalived her. My thing is, why do y'all be putting y'all hands on these elderly folks just because they old and y'all feel like these people can't do nothing to protect themselves? And then when they do get something to put something on your ass, you sitting there fucked up. Boom, bitch, I'm scrolling down Facebook and I come across this article. So, you know me, knows this fuck, bitch. I checked out the article and this bitch is updated like today. Come to find out, the granddaughter was staying with the grandma. Now, let me back it up. The mama was staying with the grandma and the daughter too. So the grandma, daughter, and her granddaughter was living in her house.
What did Kevin Samuels call it? The coven?
The coven. It's the coven, yeah.
They ended up getting into it. Now, they ain't say what they got into it about. All I know is they got into it and they was in there fighting. The grandma heard all that rumbling and the noise going on and shit in her front room. So she got up out the bed to come see what was going on and she seen them fight. At this point, she trying to tell them to stop, trying to break it up. But it ain't really much that she could do because she old. It's look like she older. When I say old, y'all, this lady is 71 years old. So she see her granddaughter and her daughter fighting. She called the police because she like, shit, I can't break it up. What else I'm going to do? So y'all, the lady ended up calling the police. The granddaughter then came over there, took the phone from her once she realized that she was on the phone with the police, y'all, and then punched the lady. And then after she punched the lady, y'all, she went back over there and started fighting on her mama. So guess what the grandma did? Bitch, grandma went back there and got that toolie and came back and hit her up. I'm sure the grandma wasn't expecting her to, be unalive throughout this whole little situation. And it was more like a hit of the mama situation. But at the same time, it's like this bitch is losing her mind because she just snatched the phone from me and she just hit me like.
You hear cases like this and you want to ask Dr. Umar, this the bitches we supposed to save?
I got it. I swear to God, I got it. God damn it. You can't make this shit up.
You really
can't. Man, why didn't you say so?
God damn it. You can't make this shit up.
And considering AB's question, these are the women we're supposed to save? I'll answer that emphatically.
No.
And to complete the answer,
No.
Damn right.
Anybody?
I think about this.
I broke them all out.
What I think about this, BGS. This is not one, not two, but 3 generations
Generations.
of fuckery.
Crazy.
3 generations.
Is anybody here familiar with the concept of the Ouroboros?
No.
Anybody? Oh, the Ouroboros is the concept of a. It's depicted as a snake eating itself. It's a history kind of whatever you want to. It's like this.
It's an astrological symbol.
Yeah. They're like, but like you can see the generations like eating itself, like the new keep eating the old, and it's like, or in this case, the old eating the new. Like what? But it's like the community's in a reverse Ouroboros. You know, it's like, why are you destroying the future of what you're supposed to do? Like that's not the case.
This kind of gynocratic matriarchy that we call has been going on for a long time.
Yeah.
Grandpa buys a house, and big mama takes it over, and then all the daughter and the granddaughter come live in it.
Yeah,
I got my reparations at age 46. Okay.
This isn't even the worst story that I could show you. There's this case I showed about a few months ago. The daughter and the granddaughter. Well, actually, I think it was the daughter killed the grandmother, and the granddaughter helped the mother store the body, and they were barbecuing her quite. They were barbecuing Big Mama quite literally. They were putting her body parts on the grill.
Oh,
no! It was this insane story a few months ago, and I'm like, this is the heifers we need to go save. I ain't gonna do it. I ain't doing it.
I can't.
Yeah, and I think they did that because they want to keep collecting the Social Security checks.
Yeah,
you're right. That makes all the sense. Morbidly, it makes sense.
Yeah, that happens a lot where the grandmother will die, and they'll keep sitting the grandma up like she's still alive. Check.
Yeah, but didn't Swiker talk about that? Was it not Swiker? It was BGSU had him on. I think he was on your Patreon streams. Go to the Patreon, gentlemen. You talked about the Louisiana guy.
That was Kennedy.
Kennedy talked about how the master list and Social Security and how several million people are over the age of 150 by the standards of the demographics that they keep. It's like that doesn't make any sense, and this is what they're doing.
Yeah, shout out to LAPD SWAT. You think? Can somebody read that for me, please?
Okay. You think the CDC should conduct a study about high cholesterol levels and violent behavior of BWs? Yeah, they should.
Why not? What does high cholesterol do?
Should
is there a correlation between the two?
Yeah, I mean you have to check.
Wait a minute, brother. I gotta give cha-ching. You better thank your donors.
Your transfer levels and like whatever that. Like if you have a high LDL, if your LDL is super high, like what does that do to your brain chemistry?
Right. It's better than trying to figure out what the effects on transgender rats are.
True.
Oh my! How much money they spend on that again?
I think it was like 11 million.
I thought it was like somewhere like 80 million, but okay.
I don't think it's quite that high. Yeah, but
it was too much money, whatever it was.
There was that transgender play in Iran. I believe it was.
Now, to all the next video, to all the knuckleheads who think it's okay for children to get puberty blockers, you know it's bad when a dude like this is telling you like it is.
Go to bed. Fuck need to hear this, but if you around here rooting for children to become transgendered, you ain't to be trusted. Yeah, y'all grown ass men be around here rooting.
Hold up. Can you pause it for 1 second? Please pause it for 1 second.
Children win.
Please pause it for 1 second. Now, where's Snowman at? Snowman,
I'm right
I
here.
need you to play it. What is what? And then he can play it. Okay, now continue.
And dresses and motherfucking boy shorts. I'm a grown ass man, and I'm a part of the LGBT community.
Can I play it again?
Not
Yes,
one
yes,
yes. That line?
Please, you have to.
I have to. Here it is.
Tell me, what is gay?
What is gay? What is gay?
And BGS, that's your updated version of that.
That is gay.
He did say he's a proud. He said he's a proud member of the LGBTQ community, and he's a grown ass man. Those are two oxymorons that I just cannot accept.
Exact word out of my head, AL.
I cannot accept that.
And if they are willing to be and want to partake in this lifestyle, I want to educate them on what the fuck not to do before putting on a motherfucking dress.
Yeah, I guess you would know.
Man, and ain't nothing about no underage.
There he go again, gaslight that line.
Or boy shorts is cute. You need to be watched and stay far the fuck away from these kids. I don't know who the fuck.
Oh boy.
He's not wrong. I mean, you might.
But
he might be out of line, but he's not wrong.
Yeah, he's a little bit too late to be saying that, but yeah. I ain't saying it's right.
I like to say that I'm lonely.
Oh shit! You better grab a goddamn cigar and some liquor and come kick it with your niggas and cut that bullshit out. I know that.
I like to say that I'm lonely because my people always think that I'm uncouth and weird.
Shut up! Oh, stop it! This
nigga, we ain't buying that bullshit you slanging up against the wall.
He don't watch. He don't watch the episode of Invincible. He watched the new episode of Invincible.
Nigga, I read that shit. Nigga, I read that shit 15 years ago.
But so did I. But I mean, that's what
I'm
people
gonna tell you.
counted me.
I am literally a victim of my own success. I've been called a coward. I've been called weird names. I've been called a woman hater. I've been called the son of a bitch.
Yep.
But I noticed the number one thing. It's never to my face.
Oh, of course not. Of course not.
They're not stupid.
They're not stupid. No, they're not stupid.
Well, they want to live. That's why.
Got the same names called. Got the same names called to me.
About whether
On
you
one,
like what
pause
certain
this a
women
minute.
say on here.
On one occasion, someone did have the nerve to say it to my face, and then he met the brick wall of the United Center.
I just look at these idiots over here, and I look at the bitch with the horns.
Oh God, yeah.
And she stated, "Why do men punch holes in the wall?" Because it represents two things.
Crying over a man that chooses to punch holes in the walls instead of communicating his feelings
like a real man.
Here's the part about a real man. You know what a real man would do? He would break you in half.
Yeah. That's why he punches holes in the wall. So
like she ever had two imaginary babies.
What are the two reasons why men punch holes in the wall? Number one is not to hit her.
Yeah.
Number two is to show what could happen to her.
If you keep talking that shit, bitch.
She keeps talking. She gets a couple of these.
Tiger uppercut. I couldn't be president of the United States because I would usher in an executive order for ass whooping day or ass whooping week, where you don't go to jail.
Ass whooping month.
You don't need a day. You don't need a month. You just need a whole day, maybe a week. Just to be like, there's no for a whole week, or maybe even just for 24 hours, there's no domestic violence as long as you don't kill the bitch. As long as you don't break bones. As long as you don't break bones and kill the bitch. How many women would actually be quiet for 24 hours?
Oh boy.
Word.
Oh
yeah, for the first time it would have some. After the inaugural event, Very
the
few.
backhand smackdown.
Very few after the inaugural event.
Yeah, after
I will tell you.
Maybe I don't know what I
backhand
saw first.
smackdown.
My mama, my papa, or this Jesus. Now,
What in the blue hell?
That's out of
That's that
good
Jesus
time.
episode.
Yeah,
It's not a
some
good time. That's
Oh, yeah.
Desiree Borgia on the ball. That ain't good.
I know, but the line came from Good Times.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's the Good Times episode when he painted the black Jesus.
Jesus, yeah.
Yeah. But who is this
he's
acting?
the one I know and love. So let's close the subject. Jesus was black. The Bible would have said so.
But it does say so.
What are you talking about?
If that's where sound
I
comes
read
from.
about it.
Yeah.
You see,
It's a voice
Revelation
over.
chapter 1, verse 14. I read about it in Muhammad Speaks. It says,
Yeah. See?
his hair is like wool, and his eyes are like flame of fire.
And the
No,
Oh, Lord have mercy.
That
sure do say that, don't it?
And see, Mom, look at that hair, like wool, ain't it? And look at them eyes, red like fire.
Ned DeWino.
It's kind of funny how you're indoctrinated to such a point where you don't even believe Jesus looks like you. That's powerful.
That's religion.
It's not about whether you
What
like
is
what
this?
certain women say on here that are preaching self-improvement, i.e. Shira 7, the Red Witch Lilith.
Do I need to? You don't take that lace front off.
I hate when they start the video with playing with their hair.
Yeah, and it's not hers. That's a lace front.
Stella, Jessica
you bought it.
Alford,
It's her hair.
Liz, Adrian, Mariah, Nicole, all these women. It's about respecting a woman that has identified an issue amongst women in relationships and confidence and appearance, and them getting
confidence. Okay.
On here and actually
I married a
whether you
confident
agree with it
woman,
or not.
and I
That's
know what a
fine, you don't have to
confident
agree with
woman
it.
looks like.
You, if it don't apply, let
This
it fly.
ain't it.
What they say, take the meat and spit out the bones, whatever. But respect these people. You don't have to watch their content. You don't have to be here.
How to look sanctified during church. Pretend something.
In the tighter blue, yellow-bellied, red-blooded hell is this?
With an angry face.
AB, what you want, bro?
Electrocuted you.
AB, AB,
wait a minute. Wait,
tell me something. You gotta
wait.
tell us something, dog. Tell us. We here for you, bro.
That's
What'd you
softcore
say?
porn.
Somebody say something.
Yes.
I thought I'd never have to play this for AB and I do this jokingly. Go back a couple. Go back a couple, AB. Just pause it right here.
Yeah.
I thought I'd never have to. I thought I would never have to direct this towards you, and of course I do it differently. But
stay off the weed.
Bullshit. 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 Bullshit.
Oh my God. Yes, you is. Precious, if you don't get this goddamn plate, you come eat this shit. I'm not hungry though. Yes, you is. Precious, if you don't get this goddamn plate.
Hey, if you want to stay in that house, he better.
You
You better, yeah.
eat this shit.
Right?
Right now.
Yes, sir.
Have me twirling on your tongue.
Oh, I gotta go. Is that
Hey, we know back in the day, some
Black man on my
tried
black
to do
man
that
on
to BGS.
black man on my plate. No black man on your plate.
I said back in the day, some
So y'all
some
don't
girl
see
tried
that
to
girl on
hit BGS
TikTok
with
from
that.
Chicago talk
I
about
know
her
she
friends,
tried
set her up, stripped her naked, recorded her, called people to show her naked, put her ass in a cage, hit her with brooms, stomped her out, made her black out. Baby, I'm on my way back to Chicago right now, bitch. Oh shit, I actually not right now, but bitch, I get.
This is
Good grief. Where you find these ratchets?
On my
at?
plate.
Your For You page is crazy, bro. I know it's crazy. No, sir.
I swear to God, AB be hunting these motherfuckers.
I don't hunt, man. I'll just be going through my For You.
Even a better button.
Unacceptable. Unacceptable.
Thank you. Bro, what do you do? Like, what have you curated? What hell have you wrought on your For You page? What have you done to yourself? Did you do it for us? Because don't say you did it for us.
Did y'all ever hear that rumor that?
Oh my
I
Lord!
need him to say he done it for us. Because if he didn't, then I'll be worried. Then I'll be worried. I need him to say he's doing this for us.
Pretty much, I did it for y'all because I need content.
Sacrifice.
No, he's addicted to this. Like him and
He is
Mr.
that.
Z.
Like you and
Him and Mr. Z.
those cheating stories.
They can't help. Oh yeah, the cheating story. I love my cheating stories.
I can't listen to them. I can't listen to them have to speak for like more than an hour. That's just nah. I ain't on Z's level. Maybe a little bit, but I ain't on Z's level. Oh,
the most you can do is 2-minute TikToks. Anything longer than that, you can't deal with it.
Which reminds me, which one do I want? Go to my videos.
What? Oh my God! And he just happens to keep
the alarm's going off in the center.
Do y'all know some of the videos that AB catches for us? He specifically catches while he's in, I think that's dialysis. Is that where you're at?
Yep.
Yeah, that's it's
I
all
didn't
the
care
alarm
that day,
bells
man.
going
I
off.
was like, nah, bitch.
You didn't care that day?
Oh, you know, somebody call Chuck Woolery right now because AB is looking for AB's looking for a ghetto love connection. We'll see you back in 2 days.
Hold on.
Have
Did she just say she looking for a hood nigga?
Yeah,
that's exactly what she said.
You know what have made that funnier, AB?
What?
When you would get dialysis, I'd have just passed out in the journey behind and just let it beep. Beep, 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 beep. I'd have had the nurse in on it, rushing me. Clear. Clear.
Until it goes, let it beep until it goes flat when she walks out, then revive me. Please. But see, but to keep the BGS running joke going, I've already gotten my reparations, so I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah, say your card has been cashed in, bro.
You know what you got.
Your nudie has been paid.
My man got 40.
I've been cashed since 2018. Okay,
my man got 40 acres of the white woman. God damn.
That is good. That is good.
That's a T-shirt right there. That's a T-shirt.
That's bars.
Charles missed it earlier tonight.
You better clip that out. That's a short.
That's a short.
Clip
40
that out.
acres.
That's a short.
Snowman got 40 acres and a white woman.
Yes,
but where's the mule? God damn it, where's the mule?
You don't need the mule.
He likes that shit.
We need one. There's
That's hilarious.
There's a 2012 Ford Focus and a 2015 Nissan Armada sitting in the parking lot. Okay,
that's mule. Okay,
I'm
that's hilarious. 40
got our
white
40 acres in a white woman. You know what, Charles, BGS and I discussed that joke and actually said it for Jody. I told her individually when BGS first made the joke. She heard him say it.
Oh, tonight, yeah.
And walked off.
And she said she's cooking. So I said, I said you got to be good to him because you're his reparations, don't you? I know she fell out.
Man,
you know what the mule is, right?
Hold on. Let's look at this from Pam Body.
40 acres and a white woman. That's pretty good.
Yeah, some of my best shit is.
I got
some of my best shit.
Send the Statue of Liberty back to France.
Absolutely not. And
is President Trump going to send the Statue of Liberty back to France?
Absolutely not. And my advice to that unnamed low-level French politician would be to remind them that it's only because of the United States of America that the French are not speaking German right now.
Did that bitch just drop the mic on you? What the
big time money.
Why you have to hit up the mid aspirin clip?
As I often say for a 3-point goal during my games, splash.
She got the spirit of a smart ass in her, boy.
Yeah, and real shit. She just showed you her savage. That is one savage ass white bitch.
Yeah,
love it.
The Mosfidal clip. That's
savage.
Crazy.
That was savage.
Yes.
Work.
Yeah, here's what she pretty much did.
And see you later.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
And see you later.
Oh yeah, remember, if you're gonna use the 40 acres and a white woman, I need my credit. God damn it. Right?
Hey,
that is pretty good though.
Hey, hey, Charles, you will get the credit because I'm gonna turn that some bitch into a T-shirt.
Hey, do that.
Got me over here choking.
I'm gonna take.
Got
This
me over here
Negro had
choking.
white supremacy working on his side. That ain't fair. That ain't good. That ain't right. That ain't right. He's too dangerous, y'all. That ain't right. He's dangerous.
Okay, I'm gonna laugh. What do you mean it's not right? It's been right for me for the past 7 years.
I know.
It's not the rest come around talk about the white man. Well, give me 40 acres and a white woman. Then
Yeah.
Wait a minute. And the thing is, BGS. Most black men I know will say that there's a struggle to get that 40 acres and a mule. I had this 40 acres and a white woman dropped in my lap.
Brought back segregation.
It does happen.
Listen. She pulled me back from the brink. She's pulled me back from the brink. To be serious, she's pulled me back from the brink of death 3 separate times.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And BJS always says it when he brings the subject up. You got to find a woman that's 10 toes deep. Man, she is 10 toes deep. She is knee deep for me, and I am for her.
Yep.
Say something, man. Say something. What we say in the South. What we say in the South. God damn it. What do we say in the South? See, you goddamn weed.
You and I, man.
I gotta play this for AL, and I mean this jokingly.
Stay off the weed.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
Let's listen to this dumb bitch.
Oh no.
Yes, I'm saying that. He just brought back segregation. Segregation.
Take off the weed.
Bathrooms, on restaurants, on who to hire. That is part of removing DEI.
Give me this.
Hold on. Let me play it again because I can't hear it.
Okay, I'll let him play it through. Then I have my response. Go for
Well,
it.
Donald Trump just brought back segregation. Yes, I'm saying that. He just brought back segregation. Segregation on bathrooms, on restaurants, on who to hire. That is part of removing DEI. Okay? Let's do it.
Why are you
Bring back
moving?
segregation. I want to know where the fuck I'm not welcome. I want to know where my money does not deserve to be put at, because let's make this very fucking clear.
Any goddamn where.
Black people in America are the buying power. Y'all forget we buy more than anybody else. I don't know why we do that shit, but we do.
The stupidity.
Here we go. And I'm glad you paused it right there. Now the master teacher has the most appropriate response, which says,
"Now that's some bullshit."
I mean, what? Oh my God! Oh, my brain hurts. Oh my goodness! Oh my God! I need a sort of power by the power of bitch babble.
Charles, you and I have been friends for 11 years, and you've heard me say it so many times in honor of my dad. It ain't the fact that my head hurts; it's the fact that my brain hurts.
Yes.
I mean,
a lot of non-voters and independent voters say, "Oh, don't blame us for the situation we're in. You should have blamed the Democratic Party for running an ineffective campaign."
That's what they did.
Yes.
I blame all of you. All of you are complicit. I blame the non-voters. I blame the independent voters.
Whoa. Freeze.
Let it keep going.
Non-voters.
Let it keep going.
All right.
Aggressive and taking the black vote for granted and taking the young voters for granted. I blame MAGA. I blame you traditional Republican voters who voted for a dictator. I blame all of you. All of you are at fault because we would not have been in this if you just voted for the black woman. Now you have your reasonable.
No, this bitch did.
Kamala Harris, and you're right. However, she was going against a literal dictator. And
Hey,
you know damn
BGS.
well
Here's the
if
pitch.
you had one, we would not be in the situation we're in today. You know damn well. So I don't really want to hear it in the comments, okay? But all of y'all did this. You're all complicit. I'm seeing a lot of non-voters and independent voters say, "Oh, don't blame us for the situation we're in."
In other words, what?
It's always Jermaine's fault.
It always.
I just gotta ask this
Please.
question.
One at a time.
Before
By
you do that,
definition,
wait a minute, Charles, before you do that,
I'm done with life, and it's all Jermaine's fault. It's always Jermaine's fault.
It's always BGS's fault. I'm done.
number one,
Mm-hmm.
you how is he a dictator if he stepped down from the presidency before?
Yeah.
That's the opposite of a dictator. Number two,
Hello.
it's called spoiled grapes and apples because your candidate didn't win. Number three, I want you to shut the fuck up. If you didn't want to talk about your warmongering president and vice president causing $200 billion of money, you never told him to go feed the homeless, go clothe them, and go pick people up there. As a matter of fact, I blame you for being complicit. And I think the immigrants should whoop your ass because thanks to you, they're getting deported. Now, if you haven't really guessed this, when you talk about the schools, the black schools, and why they don't get any funding, they were giving to immigrants.
Yep.
As a matter of fact, some of the schools were closed down to give them shelter to stay.
Yeah, it was.
And then on top of that, I also would blame you and say black men need to turn your back on black women because for the last 60 years, you've preyed upon our downfall and not only miseducated us, you diseducated us. So, eat a dick and die. I mean, I'm not going to tell you to die, but eat a dick and go jump in a ditch.
And have a nice day.
And have a blessed life, as they say.
And have a blessed
blessing.
Yeah, Charles, as a fitness man, is the equivalent of like your trainer not just undertraining you, but actively like giving you a sprained ankle. Like
it's sabotorial. Really, it's sabotorial. And when you think about it, right? Yeah. You want us to be complicit in your bullshit for what?
Yeah, for what?
For what?
It's like my heroes, Jim Durham, Vince Scully, Jack Buck, and the like didn't through me listening to them teach me how to do what I do for a living. And it's not like my dad everybody, you know what? Speaking of the word complicit, thank you, Charles. Someone told me that my dad was complicit in not telling me to get a real job. I had that said to me earlier this week. You know what I told him? I said the only thing my dad was complicit about was not beating cancer or not having enough time to beat cancer. And the guy says, what that has to do with anything? You're talking to a cancer survivor, you dumbass.
But it doesn't matter because one, when there's no more, what did Janet Yellen say? Can't borrow shit, nigga.
Nope.
No more roads.
Can't kick it down the road no more.
Kick it down the road no more.
Not that road stop. We can't even build a bridge for you to kick that motherfucker down. Matter of fact, we're taking the can because we got to melt that shit down.
Yeah.
And make some bad change.
By the way, I got 80 watching. Like, share, subscribe. Hit my cash app, support the show. Hit the super chat, support the show. Let's have before we continue. Somebody read the super chat for me, please.
So Kamala Harris isn't a dictator. Did we forget about how she locked up black people, 2,000 black men, and supported death penalty on black people?
Yeah. Cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. You better thank your donors.
There, because I believe Detroit 313 deserves a couple of these.
And by the way,
we'll never forget.
And by the way, here's a bonus. Arta Whitmore says he doesn't fuck the 40 acres. He just needs 40 vibrators and a mule.
Hey, shit.
Shit. Oh, damn.
Here we go.
Round one, D.
Officer,
Thriller Mandela.
One fight.
Officer, arrest him. You know where he
You
is.
know what?
Get him.
I
Get him
mean,
now.
you got to understand. I support his choice of wanting to get into the donkey show, but that's his fucking.
Oh boy.
Damn it.
Officer. What is the? Can the law stop him?
I'll put an end to that right now. And I'm not going to be able to hold this wonderful update. There is 427 left in the money period. It is the Chicago Bulls 135 and the LA Lakers 105.
Oh,
You know what?
Great.
Wax.
Oh, hey, before y'all continue, let's have a little fun here.
Yes, let's.
Bitch, I'm the best fruit. Absolute cap. Total cap. You are Chris Evans and Anthony Mackie. Don't nobody go fuck about no apples, bitch. Co, I will smack vitamins A through C out of you. Okay, first of all, ain't none of y'all as good as me.
Oh,
Whoa,
God.
Banana, what's going on, bud? What? Oh, sorry. This is actually for a different video. But yeah, I solo all you bitches. Bitch, guys can't even eat you without saying pause. Or no diddy. Yeah, or no diddy. Thank you, Oren. Well, let me tell you something. If there's one thing that these they'll go after some watermelon before they ever go after a job. Okay, watermelon, you have to tone it down. I remember a time when the Little Mermaid was a little white girl. Yeah, I'm just gonna scooch in here. I'm better than all of you. Bitch, who the fuck eating kiwis?
Oh my
People from
God.
China. Let me tell you a little something about the Chinese. No. You're done.
Hey, you want to know what a peach kernel looks like? You wanna know what a peach kernel looks like? It looks like a butt.
I swear to God, this is some bullshit.
Coconut and mix it all up. Coconut, you are the lobster of fruit. All that work for nothing. Bitch, the only time people consume you is when you are turned into wine. Hey, don't be talking about my housewives like that! Bitch, papayas are the best fruit. Okay, if papaya can come out looking like that, I'm gonna go back into my other costume. Out here telling me what I can and can't wear. What the hell is that supposed to mean? I feel like we should tell him. No, bitch, if we tell him, he's gonna be self-conscious about it forever. Oh my God, what's going on?
Hey, look, a vagina.
What? Sorry, bitch, but it's true. I mean, that's why papaya is my favorite. Bitch, y'all are so nasty. Hey, let me get some right quick. Ah. I'm gonna go to church or something. Hey, guys. What the hell are you? Oh, I'm a kumquat.
Oh, hell.
I can't.
Bitch,
Oh my God.
What? I wish I could make this shit up, but I can't. Bitch.
Oh, God damn it.
Hear me start making fruit. Hey, kumquat, have you been
Oh my God.
And the joke starts.
Oh my.
That is extremely humorous. Bitch, I'm coming to Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Oh my gosh.
That's
I'm
crazy.
done for the night. My
Man.
stomach hurts after that.
I cannot.
Oh, I had to have a little fun, man.
Hey, who the hell are you? I'm a kumquat. And everybody stops for a good 30 seconds before they all launch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. By the way, news update. Order Whitmore said he can eat bananas without chewing.
Oh God.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I'll be back in a minute, y'all.
Tiger uppercut.
Tiger uppercut. Come on, J Matt. At least say it right before you get me to push the button, will you?
Oh yeah, you got. You ever been to the circus and you see the guy, swallow fire and swords? Order Whitmore said that ain't shit. That's an amateur. Amateur.
Please throw you a foe.
Oh, you can.
Hey, with some of the egregious stuff that AB put up here now, I know, Charles, I know, like, you as an officer, right? I know there's sometimes, when you were out there in the field, like, doing your thing, bro, like, something, it wasn't against the law, but it's like, if I would.
Say that part again, because
you broke up good,
I
J
was at probably sometimes in your illustrious law enforcement career, right? Where you came across something that was so egregious, but it wasn't illegal, and you were like, motherfucker, if I could, I would have arrested you. But you know what I mean?
Being on BGS's hangout with people in a park having a threesome.
Oh, come on now.
Yeah,
Stop.
had to turn the camera.
So I can't arrest you, but like I feel like I should.
I technically can for a decent exposure, but it was time to go home.
What you say? You had 15 freaking minutes to go, and you wasn't finna fuck it up on some stupid ass paperwork such as that. Not tonight. And my niggas was on. Not tonight.
Get the fuck out of here.
Fuck
And then
out of
one
here,
of the chicks,
goddamn.
and then the craziest part, one of the chicks gave me her phone number.
Like, here, call me. Telegram for Mongo, call me.
Mr. Telephone Man.
You stupid.
I hate it.
I've not heard that song in years. Good grief.
Trust me, when Lil Wayne came out with that Mr. Officer shit, and we were walking down foot, every bitch within a 5-foot radius calling Mr. Officer. The funniest one was these chicks. I couldn't hear them because one person was in front of me, and these two chicks who were like in scrubs.
Mm-hmm.
And the lady in front of me was laughing her ass off, and all I heard them say was officer because I wasn't paying them any attention. And she said, "You didn't hear that?" I was like, "Hear what?" She was like, "Officer, arrest me. I've been bad."
Oh.
I said, "Now you tell me." There's all kinds of shit that you've seen. Right. Our aunt and her gay nephew fighting.
Huh?
Yep.
Say that again. Say that again.
Come again, sir.
An aunt and her gay nephew fighting, and she called him every F word that you could think of.
Interesting.
I thought my wife could cuss like a sailor.
You know that little slur that you call people who are in the same sex categories?
A British bag of sticks? A British bundle of sticks. You mean that one?
You know, yes. You know, the British word for cigarettes.
Yes.
So basically, she said, "You need to get this cigarette out of my face."
Okay. But I thought that was in solidarity with those folks. I guess it's only until
the folks crossed them.
Gotcha.
It's shocking. Like
I never thought I would have to play this button for you, but
you tripping.
I wish I would.
Yeah.
I know.
I had a lot of weird calls that just you had this chick built like Brittany Renner.
Oh
Lord.
Oh wow.
And she came to the door in like Victoria's Secret's bra and panty sets.
Oh no. Oh, that's dangerous.
Oh no.
And me and my partner we looked at each other, looked at her, looked at each other again. And we were just asking because there were some shots in the area, some gunshots. But she said, "Excuse me, let me put on something. This is so inappropriate." So she puts on this negligee that's see-through.
What? As if it's better, for sure. That's
good Lord.
One of the wildest calls. Shout out to my boy Shawnee. He's like around 6'2", 6'3". Then light-skinned guy. Works for the Capitol now. We had a call for a lady, disorderly. And she was a very intelligent lady, holds a master's degree in mathematics, a teacher. But she has a drinking problem.
Oh dear.
Not a bad-looking lady, especially for her age. She just had a drinking problem, and a drunken tongue speaks a sober mind.
Yeah.
So she saw my dark ass and his light ass.
Oh,
She called us Ebony and Ivory.
Oh, you can't
oh
do that.
dear.
You can't do that.
Oh dear.
And to give more context, we're in our house, and her daughter, who's a grown woman, about 21 at the time, and her mother was there as well.
Uh-oh.
And the things that came out of her mouth, and I quote, because I can't forget this shit. Say, I just want to enjoy my drink and get some dick. Officers, what time y'all get off? Because I need some dick. Y'all could put one in the front and one in the back.
Hey, you want to call the police when something like that happened? Like, police, can y'all come? What?
And by the way, we're trying to hold back our laughter.
Of course.
She's trying to like really, really press the issue.
Uh-huh. Oh boy.
So next thing you know, we had to carry her downstairs because the narrowness of the steps wouldn't
Oh,
bring.
Jesus.
So he's got her legs, I got underneath her shoulders, and we're carrying her just slowly. So she looks up and she's looking at my crotch and she says, "Oh my God, all you had to do was ask me to get me in this position."
What?
So we both had to like hold our composure.
No,
and
you
she's like,
didn't.
look. And she's like, and then she looks at him and me and be like, "Oh, I can tell y'all got some big old dicks." And the daughter and the grandmother are like, "We are so sorry."
Officer.
And we're like, "We're so sorry."
Was this a white woman?
It's a black woman.
Oh God, go Gavins. Oh goodness.
Wasn't a bad looking lady either, though. Go ahead.
But no.
It's
It was just so awkward because we wanted to laugh, but we got to stay professional.
you had exactly. You had to stay professional throughout the entire thing, but deep down inside, y'all wanted to laugh like a couple of 10-year-olds doing this.
And then when she got up, when we helped her up from the steps, she quote unquote mistakenly grabbed my groin.
Mistakenly, my ass.
Oops. Oh my goodness. I'm falling over his. Oh.
And then when she got up, she grabbed my other partner's groin. And all you heard from her mouth, "See, I told you they got big dicks." The fire department was the medics had to walk back out.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We were like, when she finally got into that medic, man, we were laughing for 53 minutes.
I know.
He said 53.
He said 53.
I think I just broke my chair. Yeah, speaking of sexual
Story
harassment.
never be told.
Yeah, speaking of direct sexual harassment, we got to talk about Angela Rye with lettuce and tomato on the side. I think I just broke my chair.
A final score: Chicago 146, Lakers 115.
Yeah, what a drubbing! I tell you.
And yes, where is that button I'm looking for?
When you don't have a big man.
There's one particular button I'm looking for that I use during my morning show, and I can't find it. But
damn, Kobe White had 36.
Oh my leg! Oh my leg!
Kobe White had 36 big ones. And that's a big win for the Bulls because it strengthens their hold on the 9 spot in the East.
Buzelis at 31. Golly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And AB, this is for you. I'll just have to do this one live. And yes, Lakers, they beat your team even with Yo Kang back in the lineup.
Okay. This game was in Chicago, correct?
No.
No.
It was in the Staples Center. Damn.
They beat him down in the Staples Center.
It's the crypto.com center arena, guys. What do you mean?
Oh, who the hell cares? I'm old and I'm old school. It's the
Oh, they changed the name again? Damn.
yeah, it was Crypto.com bought the naming rights, so it's no longer Staples.
No. You got the right to play that little shit one more time. Play it again. That shit was funny.
Yo, Kang.
Yo, Kang. I did that one live. I'm trying to find the actual button because I know
I
it's
was talking about the Staples Center shit.
Oh yeah, I'm old and I'm old school. It's the Staples Center, not the Crypto.com arena. So the Bulls basically just picked up a lot of because LeBron returned to the lineup and got spanked. Matter of fact, while I'm thinking about it,
Get that ass bus. Get that ass bus.
yep, Bazelis at 31. Vucevic had 12 points, 12 assists. Kobe White at 36. Matter of fact, all the starters were in double figures. And for the Lakers, they were led by Luka who had 34. Austin Reeves at 25. Yo Kang had only 17 points.
Damn.
See, what happened was, I wasn't allowed to come in there and stat pad.
Hey, Bronny had two. Bronny had 2 points.
Yeah, after he set a high while dealing.
Bronny, 2 points for Bronny. Hooray!
Hey, if it's 1 point, he's over 1.5. He hit the over.
No, you can't talk bad about Bronny. You can't talk bad about Bronny. 2 points for Bronny. 2 points for Bronny.
That's only if you Stephen A. Smith. You can't talk shit about Bronny.
Wait a minute.
Only if you Stephen A.
Only if you're Stephen A. You can't talk bad about Bronny. I'm frying his punk ass.
You can't talk about my son. My son.
I'm frying that son bitch Monday morning.
Hey, Stephen A., that's my son. God damn it, hell no, that's my son. That's my son. You can't talk about my son. Not my son. No, hell no.
Which I get, but at a certain point, your son is a basketball player in the NBA,
and Pops needs to back off and let him grow.
Yeah, I gotta roast that. I gotta roast your son now. He one of the boys now. He one of them. He one of y'all.
What you say? He in the goddamn league. So if he in the league, he can be fucking scrutinized.
Yeah.
Dear LeBron James, about your son, do us a favor.
Shut up, fool!
Because Monday you're gonna take a couple of verbal from me and the crew come Monday morning.
What we're Al Yankovic say? Your butt is mine.
Yep. You stupid. I just caught. Oh Lordy.
It's gotta happen.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Take it. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
So you telling me you're gonna be telling me that you're gonna be like, yo, don't fight it, just take it.
Hey, it is what it is. You in sports. Sports has sports media. Sports media's got people that talk about people. I don't know what
Sports media has got. What they won't say is sports media has people like me that speak the truth on the microphone.
Well, that's a very rare thing, though. Honestly,
Let's have a little fun here, fellas.
Not for me, it ain't.
Oh no! Here comes the Bronny James. Here comes the Bronny James OnlyFans page.
No, but listen to this one.
Guys,
Go, AB, go.
I kind of just wanted to do a temperature check and see if you are still mad. Yes, we're still mad, bitch. Oh my God, I don't even see what the big deal is, no. No. Okay, but who do we even get for Luka? Who did we get for Luka? Oh, you want to see him right now? See, this is shit I be talking about. Okay, damn. All right, there you go right there. Bitch, that is a bag of trash. Bitch, it ain't just a bag of trash. It's on top of a toilet seat. We got two things. Nah, because I'm literally about to smack the shit out you. Hasn't the city of Dallas been put through enough? Haven't certain people already set us back far enough? I mean, like, back though, it might have it might have not been the best move. I wonder how LeBron is doing with all of this. I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it.
Not after tonight.
I'm about to lose control, and I think he likes it, bitch. Okay, but you gotta go and throw that jersey away. Throw it away right now. Oh, we about to do it. We about to be lethal weapon of the NBA, bitch. Daddy.
No, you're not.
You got a Capri Suns. Bitch, who are you? I'm Bronny, your son? Yeah, I don't think so. I only have 3 children. Zuri, Bryce, and Luca. That white child over there. That is my son. But daddy. You ain't got no daddy, bitch. Now get the fuck out of here. Bitch, I'm going to be in New York, Hartford, Connecticut, Naples, Florida.
That's pretty good.
Oh my God,
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Damn it, that shit was out the chain.
How tall is Bronny, by the way?
Only like 6'2".
Oh man, and his little brother. How tall is his little brother?
6'4", 5", I think.
6'5".
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
Bryce is 6'5".
Yeah, he's 6'4".
How you gonna get beat up by your little brother?
It happens. My little brother's 6'8", so.
And then you're gonna tell me, that he's a better player than his older brother.
I believe they say he is.
I don't buy it.
He's bigger, so I mean maybe.
I'll repeat my sentence. I don't buy it.
How tall is Bronny again?
6'2".
I thought he was at least 6'4".
No. He's not that big. No.
Hell no.
No.
Wait, give me this button here. Stephen A., say it for me.
Hell no.
Well, maybe he should have got with a. Maybe he should have got it with a taller woman. Oh shit! You talking about the Mandingo? You talking about the Mandingo? Fucking genetics didn't all the way come through. God damn.
They don't always.
He better be trying to get his floor general point guard on.
You know what?
Not.
That nigga need to go and open up an OnlyFans page. Have at the do a little bit of get a YouTube channel, an OnlyFans page, and a Twitch channel. And he better start getting some internet fame. Yeah. You know, I was in the NBA once. I averaged a triple double, a 1, a 2, and a 3. That's what I averaged.
A triple single.
Triple single.
The NBA
Triple single.
Triple single. God damn.
That actually exists.
The triple single king himself.
Yeah.
A triple single.
Yeah.
He's a triple single king, man. He's a shit.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, everybody figured there's still an ass back in basketball.
A triple single, which to a lot of people that actually have sense knows
It just don't add up.
Hey, what are you talking about? That's a perfect style line. A triple single, 1 minute, 1 point, 1 rebound.
That's where Stephen A. Smith comes into play. That was his average for his career. 1.5 points per game. Ironic.
Hey,
very ironic.
You hit 1 free throw, your 2 free throws, and you get that 1 rebound that just happened to fall in your lap, and there you go. You know, it is. That's what you get.
Don't forget that 1 assist. Don't forget that 1 assist.
Oh yeah. Well, you just kind of
the 1 assist official.
You throw it to the guy, and then pop. There you go.
Hey, AB, I just put it in the chat, in the regular chat. Play that clip. That's the best clip I heard about the definition of a simp. Shout out to Sugar Free.
I have a few definitions
in the regular chat.
Simp, but
no, not like Sugar Free.
Not like this one. Okay.
Oh fuck no! Nobody speaks when this man talks. When he talks, he gonna spread the gospel. This man was put on here to save the earth from itself.
Okay, hold on. Give me a second.
Yes, Lord, y'all gonna thank me for this shit. Donate, motherfuckers. Donate.
Yeah.
Oh,
Donate to the channel, motherfuckers.
Oh, really? Oh,
Donate to
really?
the channels, motherfucker.
Hold on, everybody. Let's let play.
Let it play. You're gonna thank me, though.
I believe God put this man here to save the world.
What is a simp?
A motherfucker that will fuck because it's in his face. She might just want some different dick that night. She might even really like you, but the situation was right, or something like this, and you easy for her to run over. Bitches get tired of that. Bitches, they love competition. Man, I don't even want to do you like that.
Right.
Man, a bad bitch go get money anywhere. You don't think it's niggas every day telling that bitch, girl, I got anything you want. Just ask me for it.
Yeah, no, that's it.
Every fucking day, 5 and 10 of them niggas. I got anything you want. Anything happen to you, you need me, call me, and we'll get that bitch racks. And it's never for nothing. You have to understand that. God blessed us with 20/20 motherfucking vision. I'll stop right here. Look at the census Ray Charles had.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, do I need to go any further?
No, you don't.
And he was blind.
But he saw everything coming.
Thank you. So you got motherfuckers out here who can walk, talk, see, hear, and all that shit and still fucking nuts. Had the same amount of time in a day as Michael Jackson, but chose to be nobody.
Hey, that was powerful right there. That was powerful right there.
Just set it up, huh?
Hey, you know.
Oh, told you.
Man.
Told you.
Hey.
Boy, he tossed some truth, didn't he? He said you got the same motherfucking set of hours as Michael Jackson. You chose to be a nobody.
Shout out to Sugar Free.
CD or never mind.
And the words of Sugar Free. I love you, baby.
Well, he said
not like that. Your love ain't never put no clothes on my back. Yeah.
Oh, well, when that motherfucker said, yeah, a bad bitch will never be broke because there's about 5-10 motherfuckers trying to give her racks.
Everything.
I mean, shit. That's what a chick told me. Well, I'm like, can we talk for a minute? I only talk over drinks and food. I said, then I guess we'll be silent then. Shit. Like, I mean, how many times have I said it? Simps ruin the world.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bitches wouldn't know how great their pussy is. But no, you had to spread a couple of dollars. You had to give her, instead of taking a bitch from a 1-bedroom apartment, you supposed to give her a 2-bedroom apartment.
Yeah.
Nigga, what the fuck you doing giving her a 4-bedroom house?
I don't know, bro.
Damn.
But
damn.
I'm gonna break this down even further, man.
Please do.
Talk about it.
I'd rather go a year without fucking, which I have, getting my shit together when I left the department. I was so focused on getting shit back together for 15 months, I ain't fuck shit. And don't think I didn't have offers.
Oh, I understand that. I understand that one. Did it myself.
See, there's the 3 times in a man's life, well, maybe 4, when a man is truly a man. When you overcome yourself, when you overcome your mother, and you overcome that bitch. And then the 4th person is when you overcome your feelings.
Yep.
And this is the reason why simps exist, because 3 out of 4 of those things they never overcame.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes all 4.
Case in point.
Goddamn women as to why you going through what you going through with black men. Y'all gotta stop blaming these goddamn women as to why you going through what you going through with these baby mamas and these kids that y'all be motherfucking having. It's not that woman's fault. It is your fault. Oh man, you parent. I don't care. It's your fault. And I'm gonna tell you why. Number one, as a man, it is your responsibility and your ultimate duty to make sure you are straight and you cover your own ass. Period, point blank. It is no one else's responsibility and nobody else's fault but yours. Nobody gives a fuck about you more than you. You do not get to walk around and puff your chest out and tell women, oh, you need a woman to submit, be fit, feminine, friendly. Oh, I need a woman to honor me, to be and be a leader of the fucking goddamn family. But then sit there and point to why you going through the struggles with your baby mama, can't see your kids, and all that boot to whoop and all them excuses because of that woman. It's your fault. You know who you laid down with. I don't want to hear nothing about it take two, none of that. No.
Say it again.
See, mustache don't connect. I don't trust him.
Listen, you know. Let me break this. Let me break this shit down. Let me break this shit down once again. Okay. I gotta put my pimp name in order.
Please do.
Bitch, my name is Conquest. Say it with me now. Conquest. See, you want to blame the man, but the bitch is supplied by the army, and the army is ran by who? The government. Tell me, if the man is supposed to be in charge, why does she run to the motherfuckers who's really ruling the world? See, that's that simp shit because number one, you know that if you talk this game, you might get a couple of trinkets and maybe some throwaway pussy. First and foremost, this the same nigga who gonna say, well, a man, just like that Sharon guy, well, the men need to do this. But I'm gonna ask him, do black women follow their men? And
No.
what did he say? What did he say?
Hell
What was his response? What was his response? So stop blaming men for wayward women. If the woman, that's like this. Yeah, there's bad commanders. There's not a bad subordinate. There's only bad commanders. But that's only if the troops listen. See, one, we never had command of this fucking unit in the first place. It was a lie. The biggest lie black women told you was that the black man was the head of the family. No, nigga, you were the figurehead. You had the crown, but you had no power and authority.
Truth.
So continue, please.
No. As a man who made sure he did not become a fucking baby daddy, it is your fault, bro. And as a man who then said, I do not want more children anymore, I still took that into my own control by going to get a fucking vasectomy because I said I was done having children. And that was as a married man. You control where that sperm you got go, bro. Period, point blank. You know you wasn't ready to be no daddy. You know that woman was crazy as fuck. You know you didn't like her. You knew all that shit. You knew she wasn't worth the fuck. But you still laid down and gave her a damn child or multiple. Consequences of your act. I don't want to hear nothing about the women, but the women that, bro, we talking about you. Because she ain't take it from me. You gave it to her. And you would not be in this position.
Pause. Let me pause.
Wait a minute. Pause. How many bitches got men drunk and took and fucked them? How many bitches went in the trash and got the sperm? How many bitches? Look at you telling me Drake had to put fucking hot sauce?
How many bitches?
But see, but here's the question, right? You're married. Do something your wife doesn't want you to do, and she's ready to divorce you. He gonna be singing on the side of the bench. Nobody knows the struggles.
Playing harmonica.
You know, and how many bitches have put men through horrible, mentally, physically, spiritually, and financially abusive relationships?
But let's not talk about how the government will give 90% of the children to the mother, but yet they know all the statistics of single mothers. What does that tell you? No. Let's be on some pimp shit for a minute, right? Why does the courts give 90% of the fucking mothers to children if they know all the statistics of how terrible single mother home and single mother raised children tend to be? Most of the people in prison, black, white, or in between, come from single mother homes.
About 80%, if not more.
So, if you had 2-parent households, how many of your prisons would be filled up? Hardly any. Now let's look at CPS. Child abuse goes significantly down when they're either with the father or in two-parent homes.
Yep.
You put them bitches out of work.
Mhm.
The runaway, 90% of your runaways. 60 to 65 to damn near 70% of your sexual offenders. And what did they tell you? Well, they did a statistic from 100 sex offenders, and they said if I knew that child had a father, or if the father looked like he worked out or looked like he's thorough, I don't mess with that child. But if they see a child who's from a single mother, fresh meat. But yet,
sitting on the table,
we gotta ask this question. Let's say, okay, you gave her the sperm. How many times was she given sperm and she made sure she wasn't pregnant? But once again, this nigga thinks that marriage is permanent, like his grandpappy and his grandmama. Your wife already. I'm gonna say this to a lot of niggas out there in the modern day, and I pray this isn't you, but we're gonna do the overwhelming majority. As soon as a lot of motherfuckers get married, she's already planning her escape plan. Kitty.
They think marriage is like some fucking tattoo.
Oh man, but I ain't had no daddy that taught me, all that stuff, bro. Your daddy wasn't there to teach you how to go fuck either, but you still figured that out, right? I just be tired of hearing this.
You stupid and
This shit
incompetent
ain't
son of a
hard, and
bitch.
it ain't. Y'all make this shit sound like goddamn chemistry. It's not hard to not become a baby daddy. Y'all tell these women all day to have discernment when it comes to
How do
being a
you
baby
know?
mama, but y'all don't have no fucking discernment or accountability for yourself when y'all out here crying and boo-hooing about some fucking child support and a crazy baby mama.
Okay,
I
and
can't
apparently
stand a
neither do
man.
you,
It's
stupid
always,
son
I
of a bitch.
can't stand a grown ass man, especially a grown ass black man. And it's everybody else's fault but his. It's their fault. They always got a fucking excuse. That is the most. That's the sorriest shit. I can't stand that shit. That shit. But
Oh yeah.
everybody
Now
out
this is
saying though, right?
this is over. So yeah, cut this little. Number one, I'm gonna say this. Thou shall not be talking shit about black men when you look like a dyke.
Ooh, you look like young.
Give me this. Give me this button. There's a button. There's a button I need to push.
If nigga
That
said
sounds like
ooh, I'd have believed it.
there's a button I need to push, and it sounds like this.
Tell me, what is gay?
Because remember, all these niggas who are married to bitches, and it looks like he's relatively young, so his children are probably relatively young as well. Shit ain't sweet. Shit ain't funny over here. When I'm gonna tell you, the average black marriage is 5 years.
Yep.
Shit ain't sweet.
It sure isn't. I'm
gonna tell all you motherfuckers who talk down on the black manosphere right now, and you are married. Don't come see us in about 5-10 years. Don't come over here. Stay with your marriage. Oh, the one where your wife can divorce you, and there's not a goddamn thing you can do about it.
At the drop of a hat for something that could very well not be your fault. Hey, I've been through hell in a handbasket since the age of 22. Hell in a handbasket. I was in a loveless marriage. I was in a lifeless marriage. All was the same thing. All right. I thank God I did not have any children with that woman. But at the age of 40, I was introduced to fatherhood. I got introduced to it, but didn't get to live through it. Why? Because I lost my daughter twice. Once to a forced adoption, which this sumbitch I know won't know anything about. And the second time I lost my beautiful daughter, it was to death. All right. From a fellow who has been through the gamut. And sitting here today at age 52, going to be 53 in July and 30 pounds lighter. You cannot talk. And when he said, "Oh, you're just doing nothing but pandering," and you said you don't care, you made your bed, you stupid son of a bitch. Now go lay in it.
Now let's see
Now
how this
I'm
shit.
gonna play devil's advocate with this clip that was just played, because I actually agree 100% with what he said. Now, the point that I got from that video was that at the end of the day, if you're a black man, it's 100% your responsibility if you have children. You cannot blame the woman, and I agree 100% with that. I am living proof of that. At the end of the day, I've seen all these black men out here on child support with baby mothers that was giving them hell that they didn't like, blah blah blah. But a lot of these guys told me straight up, I wasn't wearing protection when I was dealing with these women. Or if I did wear protection, maybe the condom broke or whatever. Or I trusted that she was going to be on birth control. And we both know that a lot of women are not disciplined when it comes to taking birth control.
They
So
lie.
so at the end of the day, I agree with them. You have to take the power into your own hands. That's what I've done as a black man, and I think that what most black men cannot do. You can't rely on women to be consistent with their birth control and all
Of
this
course
type of
not. That's
stuff.
true.
You,
And
you,
and,
you have,
and let's talk about this point, because where he was saying it from was not from a caring spot; it was from a disingenuous, condescending point.
Right. That's
When you're looking at it, and when you're looking at it, he's talking about because everything's going happily in his marriage.
mm-hmm.
It's like I told Anton on Dennis Sperling's show. You try to think that you're trying to talk some good shit, but you know goddamn well if that chick goes the left, you're at her mercy.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And you got to remember, there's a lot of guys. Not every chick, not every baby's born because it's just we fucked.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of chicks who were in relationships and or marriages with niggas, and they flipped.
Mm-hmm.
See, it's one thing if it was just a whole bunch of niggas who, bam. What is the temperament of most black men when they know they have a baby on the way? Is it welcoming?
Mm-hmm. Because
Jesse, AB, Brian,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
AL.
I was over the moon excited when I found out I was having a child.
So the overwhelming majority of black men are pretty welcoming and excited about having children.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So that means, by that definition, do we all agree to that? Jesse,
Yes.
Snowman, everybody?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that means majority of black men don't mind being fathers, don't mind being involved fathers. CDC says we're the best fathers.
That's correct.
And those
So
continue
by
to
that
grow.
by that definition, and this is where the being disingenuous is, he thinks majority of these motherfucking babies black men didn't want. If black men had a choice to go to the abortion clinic and say, "Give me the kid or give me the woman," which one do you think the man would take?
Take the kid.
So this is where, and don't get me wrong, Jesse, I see where you're going. And if he was actually saying it from a respectful, you got to be responsible type thing, but no, he was being condescending, and that's where I don't agree with him.
Yeah, but also within
let me ask you this though, Charles, because the way I interpreted it was, yes, he was being condescending, but I don't think it was from necessarily a motivation necessarily attack, and I think it was from a position of frustration with other black men. And what do I mean by that? Give you an example. One of your famous phrases: "Black men are the garbage men of the dating pool." To
Correct.
me, that statement is a condescending statement, but it's also a true statement.
That's
It's a
true.
factual statement.
And here's the part, but we love our garbage. That's the difference. We guess what? Will black men date anybody and be happy with that motherfucker? Yes. It's
we'll
just
find a
different.
way. Oh man, she got some nice ass elbows though. You
Yeah,
You
know,
know,
yeah.
sexy ankles and shit. You know, you see her middle toe? That's a badass middle toe. You know, middle toe fat as shit. But see where he's talking about it from, he's talking about it from the high and mighty standard, where it's one thing if he tried to make a relationship, he's there in the child's life and that woman flips. There's a difference if it was a nigga who's just willy nilly fucking a bitch raw and she ends up pregnant. Then yeah, nigga, you go. I get it. You on your own, but we know that's not the majority of the cases.
Yep.
yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point about
Because
women.
if you look
That's
at
the
my
thing.
boy, if you look at a couple of my boys who are damn good fathers and they're getting railroaded through the courts because the courts don't care, and they were in the how the fuck you not taking care of your daughter, but your daughter's on your insurance. But you have a court order, and these bitches say, "Oh, I can omit the fucking Constitution." And the fucked up part is, you know, goddamn well when the dudes are crying about the child support, it's not because he didn't want to pay it. It's because one, it's not fair. I can't even see. I'm paying for a child I can't raise. Make
And the
sense of
money's
that.
probably also not going majority to the kid anyway.
Yeah. That's the reason why you start seeing when the child 18, a year or two later, the bitch is homeless.
Yep.
Now, don't get
Or
me
she
wrong,
looking
Jesse.
rough.
If it was the natural niggas just pumping and dumping, I would totally agree with you.
Yeah, I
But
would too.
the unfortunate part is we know majority of the time. I said this last night. You can't hurt bad fathers.
Yeah.
You can't hurt bad fathers.
No, you
A
can't.
father who don't give a fuck. What are you hurting him by?
What? Yeah. What kind of hurt are you causing him? But to the ones that actually are really being railroaded, really having it not be fair for them, or really having it not be fair for them.
And shout out to Jesse, man of mystery, because by the way, Jesse being the adult that he is and the international man of mystery, that's how you can disagree with somebody and not be antagonistic.
Yeah.
And
So shout out to Jesse.
shout out to the manosphere, because that's how we get things done anyway.
Yeah, but
we
also
can have a bunch of disagreements.
And let me just say this real quick before the other brother go in. Man, you know how tired I am of motherfuckers having screaming matches on these damn platforms.
I will totally agree with you on this shit.
I third that emotion, man.
We didn't had about 4 blow-ups in the last month. Sheesh.
I will tell you what, I will totally agree with my brother from the fucking Bayou country. Yes, Lord. Like, god damn, if there you will get no fucking argument, but a confirmation from me. Like, some of you motherfuckers need to be adults, man. Like, god damn, we can have a difference of agreement and not want to get your flight, nigga, get your flight.
Charles only screamed at me one time. That was about 4 or 5 years ago, and I was fucking with him. Cause I was talking about his Ravens. I was like, yeah, man, the Ravens was getting their ass was in the Super Bowl in New Orleans that one year. He was like, you goddamn liar. But I fucks with Charles.
Charles and I always mess with each other when it comes to football. He being a fan of the Ravens, I have the 49ers. When they played on Christmas, when they played on Christmas 2 years ago, I will never forget. Charles sends me a message and says, "Let me know when you're on the air when the Ravens whoop your ass." Bitch. I said, and I'm very, very playful. I'm very, very playful with my homies. I said, I say, when you get pertified, right? And Charles and I are just laughing. The next day, I swear he read my mind before I put this microphone in front of me, and he said, "I told you." And I could swear I could see Charles putting his arm around me after his Ravens whooped my 49ers ass 35 33 to 12, 33 to 15, I beg your pardon, 33 to 19, beg your pardon, 33 to 19. I could literally see him in my head walking up to me, putting his arm around me and going, I told you so, getting up and walking away.
All right, let's go to the next
hilarious.
Yeah.
Who I can't stand? I can't stand the dudes that get on the internet talking about, oh, we got the money. Men can date younger women. Them younger women don't like you. They only like the fact that you spending money on them. They do not like you. You're not even that attractive. Your teeth yellow, your eyes going dim, you walk with a limp because.
Why is he talking about himself? But okay.
They only like the fact that you might got a little bit of money because all your kids is grown and daggone, and now you driving around a nice car, and they like the fact that you could take them shopping, but they don't like you.
Put some lotion on your face, nigga.
You can go date younger women. You clowns still daggone putting Beijing in your beard. You got all that. You Beijing in your beard.
My boy, where your
looking
hair
all fake, and got the nerve to talk about women who wear makeup.
Y'all you got nerve talking at all.
Trying to hide your grade so you can get the young bucks.
Hey,
Them young girls do not like you. They only like the fact that you spend a little check on them. And guess what? I don't even blame the young girls. You know what I mean? Listen, I ain't something I condone, but you do deserve to get all your money taken by these young bucks. Hey, little sisters.
You don't have any money at all, you stupid son of a bitch.
That's women in general. Does he not know women in general?
I can't stand the dudes that get on the internet talking about
nobody.
we got the money. Men can date younger women.
Pause real quick for a
minute. Hold on.
Younger women don't like you.
I'll do one better. Give me just a sec.
Uh-oh. AB's cooking.
So
AB's cooking up something.
What
grade
am I hiding? What grade am I hiding, nigga? What grade am I hiding? Seriously.
I'm gonna tell you what's funny about him. That dude got a Brillo pad beard talking about some shit about great. Let me
talking.
He ain't got no hairline. His edges ain't. He got his edge up. None of his shit is together. What is he talking about? And even just but beyond that, like,
well, listen,
if a bitch want to fuck with it, want to fuck with a nigga with some money, it is what it is. Bitch been doing that for the entirety of the human civilization. Motherfucker had a rock, ooga booga. That rock kind of big. I'm gonna suck your dick. Like that's kind of how it's been worked since the dawn of time. And so for people like, well, that's not right. You should be doing like, bro. If she want to fuck with you, she want to fuck with you. It really don't matter. That's none of your business.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if a woman likes you for who you are and she wants to fuck with you, like you guys said, she gonna fuck with you. Hell, the beautiful woman in my life has been with me for almost 7 years. It'll be 7 years this summer.
Congratulations.
All right, 7 years together, 6 years married. We celebrate both this summer. You know. It's not even all about money, or it shouldn't be. Let me preface that by saying it shouldn't be. And that was one of the first things that Jody told me. But I posed a question that I posed to the panel many times over. Had I stayed within my race, A, would I still be here? And B, would I have beaten cancer?
Nope.
And C, would she be around to help me through it?
Hell no. I mean, you gotta look at it this way, right? I kind of almost applaud women to dealing with niggas with money.
Mm-hmm.
If they're gonna be right by that nigga with money, you're supposed to, but it goes back into. Yes, if you're gonna have a family, guess what? Everybody been to fucking high school. Guess what? Who the prettiest bitches in this high school date?
With money.
Older dudes with money.
And none of them dudes were old enough to fucking drink at the prom.
Yep.
And they had cars and money. Guess what? Could you compete?
Nope.
Fuck no. Boy, you mad about it? Nope. So it sounds like to me this nigga's jealous over the older guys.
The reason divorce rates are so high in dating is hard is because men have been in charge of pursuing.
Well, somebody was talking.
I think
No, I got
somebody's
another
playing
one.
playing the video.
Hey, I see Tunnel Runner up here. What's up, Tunnel Runner?
What's up, brother? What's up?
How you doing, man? You doing all right?
I'm doing good, doing good. I'm sitting here in Colombia.
Sweet.
Boo.
Wife just stepped out. I was walking around with 5 beautiful women today, getting some ice cream.
You know what? I gotta fuck with Tunnel Runner real quick. You speak exactly how you look, man. Like you just like that cool ass nigga, got the cigarette. All you need is a fedora and a bass guitar, nigga. God damn.
He got one gold tooth.
One gold tooth. You know, you got that one part. Do 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 do. Give me some Newport.
Plays the same few notes while he's walking around playing that thing.
Mm-hmm. With a
Thinking
cigarette in
James
his mouth
Jamerson.
with a cigarette in his mouth, never lit.
It's good. Tunnel Runner. It's good to finally talk to you on a panel, man. Because I know we catch each other in BGS stream all the time.
Yeah. I think I'm just I mean, it's cool to hear you brothers talk and very positive and trying to give these younger men some hope to the future. And I just hope that I could let them know that there's so many women outside the United States.
Yep.
And that don't hold yourself to this 5% of women, because 95% of women, there's some women that will act right and get on your program and will follow your directions. And if they don't want to follow your directions, I tell brothers all the time, because I know some of these brothers who are 6'7", making $500,000, with everything the girls said they want, and they still don't want them. They want them on their timeline. When they want him, not when he wants them, but when they want them. So you can kill yourself trying to do everything for these women, and they will not appreciate it because they want it their way. And so you have to make sure you do things your way and get yourself together, and the right one will come along, or you will be able to find the right one. But you trying to get these other women, because it doesn't matter what you do. You see them divorce. You see or Barack Obama having trouble. You see Shaq O'Neal having problems from his wife, disrespect from his wife. So
Del Curry.
no matter how big you are, how strong you are,
Tom Brady.
you'll have some of these women disrespecting you.
Del Curry, Tom Brady.
Oh, exactly. So, but you can find a woman to respect you. You can find them, but they're not in. They're usually not in America.
Yeah, who's the football player that girlfriend cheated on him and she had him arrested?
Xavier Worthy.
Xavier Worthy, yeah.
Xavier Worthy.
What women say they want? They want a millionaire. They want a guy I think he's like 6 foot or something like that. And this guy's, 6-pack.
Yeah.
Everything the women said they want, and he still cheated on them. Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna tell you what I learned.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you what I learned from comic books. Superman's strong enough to move planets by hand. This motherfucker brings Lois the moon, and she said to him, "Well, you forgot the stars and the sun too."
Yep.
God damn! Like, so you got to understand something very carefully. A woman doesn't know what she wants until you show it to her.
Exactly.
No, y'all didn't hear that, boy. And see, the problem is
until you show it to her.
And in the words of my boy Jesse, this is where I would agree with Jesse. This is where it's 100% the men's fault. A lot of you niggas show that bitch too much.
Very true.
Y'all show them too much. Stop doing so much for them. Just because
You know what,
it's shit
Charles?
nice. Go ahead.
I'm glad you said that, man. It's a retired pimp that I know and respect. He's actually on YouTube now. Shit, everybody's on YouTube. Named Hollywood Shantae. He just did a video maybe a couple weeks ago that has something to do with that topic. And just allow me a few seconds to look it up real quick so I can give it to you correct But this brother, he got to be in his 60s or 70s, and he's a
What's his name?
legendary pimp, Hollywood Shantae. And people drag on pimps, man, but if you actually listen to some of the stuff they're saying, man, a lot of these guys have a lot of wisdom on life and how to deal with women and deal with people and how to critically think and stuff like that. But yeah, he did a live stream yesterday. Last month, and the title was "Giving Her Too Much Too Fast."
And that what I said made sense.
Yep.
Because I'm gonna tell you what, if that chick has it cooked for you by the second time y'all go out, what does that tell you?
She will never cook for you, among other things.
So at the same time, okay, I'll give you the first date. The second day she didn't offer to cook. At least I'll tell you this one. If you're hungry, will that chick bring you a plate? She doesn't even have to come to your house. Will she bring you a plate?
Hey Charles,
Mm-hmm.
we ain't got those problems overseas, brother.
We don't have those problems here.
You know what? Come
My
fry
wife
the
cooks for
friendly.
me every day. Every
You know
day
what they
she cooks
say?
for me.
Come fry the friendly skies, nigga.
I don't have those problems here. Hell, my wife brought me dessert tonight.
I'm
Say
gonna tell you.
look, overseas they be mad at you for ordering Uber Eats. Like, oh my
Mm-hmm.
god, what are you doing?
Just today, gentlemen, just today I had my wife's mother sit down and cook me 3 meals and kept asking me, "Do I want more? Do I want more?" Sitting me down, treating me like a king.
Shoot.
God bless her.
Jody does that for me because whenever she can't finish anything when she cooks something, she comes right over to me. Do you want some more? Now sometimes I will forget because I love my wife's cooking that I ain't got parts of my stomach, I ain't got parts of my body anymore because of cancer. And I have to remember that. But I don't want to disappoint her either. And she gently told me earlier tonight, she says, it's okay to say no if you're full. And a couple of times I have. But to go back to Tunnel Runner's point, man, and to combine it with Charles's point, second time Jody and I spent the weekend together, she says, "What do you want to eat?" And I'm thinking, fast food. No. She says, "What would you?" Her exact question to me was, "What would you like me to cook?" What? And then she told me that no other guy appreciated her cooking. I said, "Baby, you bring it all the way on."
And I know black men. I got one brother that I know, a black brother. His wife doesn't work, and he makes $500,000 a year. He's 6'5", and supposed to be in good shape. And she refuses to cook for him 7 days a week. She
What?
said it's slavery. It's slavery, and I don't make that much money. But my wife will cook for me 7 days a week and
So
never said
am I.
anything. Enjoys doing it. But
Listen,
his wife says it's slavery to cook 7 days a week. She do it 5 days, but the 6 and 7 days she's trying to. She's not going to do 7 days. She might do 6 days if he begs her, but she would not. And I'm saying I don't know how you can be all the things that these women want and still do not get the kind of service
You're not
that
that.
some of these women from Latin America and these foreign places will do for people who make nothing. You're ready of 20,000. Just barely make them, and they will cook for every day, clean, and give them that good stuff every night.
Hey,
And the thing is
Runner.
with me, with me, I can guarantee you, with all that I've been through, physically and mentally dealing with cancer, I can guarantee you a BW wouldn't have stuck with me because right now I am disabled.
They would have left you a long time ago.
Tunnel Runner. Hablas español?
Sí, claro que sí, absolutamente.
¿De dónde eres?
¿Dónde eres? Soy americano, Estados Unidos.
Okay.
Soy de Estados Unidos.
Soy de Bogotá.
Oh, tú en Bogotá. En este momento yo estoy en Medellín.
Okay.
Bogota, Colombia. Let me get on out of here. Let me get on out of here, gents. AB, the rest of you guys, it has been a pleasure as always. Thanks for letting me hang out with you guys. I appreciate you.
Peace out.
Night night. My best to
Peace.
Jody.
Yeah, I've never been to Bogota. I've been to Cartagena, Santa Marta, San Andreas. Got to check. I
Um,
just been through the airport, just through the airport in Bogota. And one time we were stuck, so we went to Bogota, but we just took the bus out to Medellin because we couldn't get out of Bogota.
so I want to get back to Medellin. Get my teeth done before I go off to Africa. So I've been in Colombia for a couple years. So I'll probably say like a couple months at a time. My Spanish is all right. I'm really out of practice the last few months. But I'm kind of pivoting away from Colombia. Because if you really want to have a serious relationship, you really got to kind of be there for a significant amount of time in that type of country. This not a type of country where you can get married and leave your wife for 360 days or 340 days out the year, and she'll be solid. You know what I mean? You got to kind of be there to kind of make that situation work. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I mean, yeah, because I mean that's pretty much old school for for guys used to be able to do that, but these days and times, for you to leave your wife more than I would think the longest you can leave your wife is maybe 6 months, but anything
Yeah, yeah,
that is you're playing with fire.
Yeah.
yeah. Because I was going like 3 to 4 months there, 3 to 4 months another country, 3 to 4 months in another country. So I was pretty much going uh 1/3 of the year in the Americas, 1/3 of the year in Africa, 1/3 of the year in Asia. But now I'm about to start a family and stuff, so I'm just gonna have to regulate Colombia to just like fun and recreation.
Yeah, I mean, and learning the language, locking down the language is super important because
Yeah, yeah.
I seen guys, well, and girls just talk about the guy right in front of him, and they don't know what they're saying. So I mean, you got to be like, and not just the proper Spanish. You got to know the slangs. You have
hmm
to really get
hmm
into it. So I mean, you have to make it like part of you, so that you can actually understand what's going on around you, especially in
But
Colombia, because we got some slick people down here.
oh yeah. But I love Colombia, man. It's just kind of hard to pull off what I'm trying to do as far as like business and family and stuff like that. Constantly going back and forth and trying to build something serious out there. But Bogota, man, I love Bogota because of the amenities. So you're not gonna get the same type of women. I mean, you live in Colombia, so you already know each region is kind of have its unique little ethnic groups and stuff like that. A lot of people just see Colombian women, but when you live there, you like, okay, you got more of the white women, you got the Afro Latinas, you got I can't remember the name of the group in Medellin, but
The
those,
Pisces.
yeah, Pisces, there you go.
But
So you
but
guys,
brother, I live in America. I live in Atlanta, Georgia. I took my Paisa, I took my blonde haired Colombian woman, and she's in Atlanta, in one of the blackest neighborhoods in Atlanta. So yeah, we live in Atlanta. I
okay, y'all
never
just
lived there.
visiting Colombia right now.
Yeah, we just visiting her
Oh,
family.
okay. Now
Yeah, but
I don't
I
remember
live
what
in
channel
Georgia.
you came on. I don't know what channel you came on, but you actually I remember hearing you talk about your wife in Atlanta before on one of these shows. I'm not sure which one it was. Um, but you could I personally I wouldn't bring them back to the U.S., but I have seen it work. There was an older gentleman in his 50s who he was married to a Colombian chick for at least like 5+ years, living in the U.S. He was doing fine, man. It's
Yeah,
it's
I
a-
mean
it
we
was
doing
it was
fine. The thing
longer
is,
than
if
the
you're gonna bring somebody, well, sorry, go ahead, go
no,
ahead.
I just was gonna say it's longer than the average black marriage.
Yeah, because me and my wife, we've been together we've been over together for 10 years, been married
Okay,
for
okay.
8. So And yeah, the thing is, you can't really bring back any woman too young because
Right,
you know
right.
if she's really if she's one of the if she's a good looking woman and she gets over young, she still got a lot of she's gonna get approached by a lot of people, and she might be able, if she got a little age on her, maybe in her maybe late 28 or 30, you might be able to bring them over. You can bring them over because then they're a little bit more understand how the world work. When they're too
Yeah.
young, they're a little bit more optimistic, and they can get somebody can lead them astray.
Yeah,
They
let's have a
still
little.
they're
Let's
still
have.
looking at that hypergamy, like, oh, I can always upgrade, I can
Yeah,
always
let's have
get
a little
better.
fun here, fellas.
Man, what the hell is y'all doing? We just trying to park, sir. This is you trying to park? Y'all almost just hit me and you wonder why we say women can't drive. Let me guess, y'all don't got insurance, huh? Y'all got a missing hubcap, dented in bumper, no back tail mirror, 4 dents in your car, and it looked like your back tire flat. And let me guess, you ain't had an oil change since 3 years ago, huh? And we're not even gonna talk about your brakes rubbing metal to metal, sounding like chalk on a whiteboard. And I see that baby cracking your windshield. Don't think I didn't notice that. And you hanging out the window like this a game of hangman with no seatbelt. Have you ever seen somebody bounce off the cement? It's not a pretty sight. And you out here listening to Glorilla. You need to be focusing on that mirror that your friend got crooked and it's broke. It's already bad enough you're a woman. We know y'all can't drive, but to top it off and make matters worse, you're Asian. I'm Filipino, you bastard! Same shit!
Damn.
Y'all can't drive. I don't know how y'all live. Y'all think driving is like in the movies where you could just do whatever and take your hands off the steering wheel. This ain't Need for Speed. This ain't NASCAR. This ain't a music video. This ain't a sideshow. This is real life. Y'all can actually kill someone on the road. So before y'all think about driving again, get the fuck off TikTok and focus on the road.
Damn.
That was some real talk right there.
Sorry, that was funny.
Yep.
The guy
Yeah,
who's
look at my
the
wife
guy
drive right now in Atlanta.
the guy who was talking and the light skinned one who's like half black and Filipino, they're in a relationship together in real life. They make a lot of skits like that, but he was talking some real shit like Jesse said.
Mm-hmm.
Like, get the fuck off the road. I remember.
She sounded like she Filipino because she got that hood in her. I was like, yeah, that's Filipino.
Yeah, she got black in her too. Well, she definitely does since she's dating a black guy. Dude.
Yeah, she looked like this chick that I went to school with. Her grandmother was Filipino. I mean, shit, it was a whole shit. She had a whole bunch of cousins and a little sister. It
And
was a
yeah,
bunch of
brothers
them.
don't know that the Philippines is like about 50% of Filipinos speak English. So
Oh yeah.
if you want to, because if you don't want to learn the language, then the Philippines is a place to go. And I've seen some. They will stay with you. I don't know how. I've seen a whole bunch of guys that about 1 foot in the grave, and still the woman is still walking around following them.
Now I'll say
Still.
this. Something a lot of brothers don't know as well is a lot of Black Americans, like most Black Americans, have a small amount of Filipino DNA.
Well, Filipinos have been migrating to the U.S. since the
Well,
the
it actually has.
Hold up. Say
it
that
actually
again,
has
Justin.
nothing. I say a large amount of Black Americans have a small percentage of Filipino DNA. So what I was gonna say was the reason that is, it has nothing to do with migration. It actually has to do with slavery. So during slavery, there was a small group of people that are related to the Filipinos some type of way, which are the Malagasy. They are genetically related to the Filipinos by way of Madagascar. So those were the small group of. There was a small group of those people from Madagascar that were a part of transatlantic slave trade. Because what you gotta realize is the transatlantic slave trade, right? You had all these different tribes, and you had them in different concentrations. So you might have had 20% of this tribe, 30% of that tribe, 10% of this tribe, 5% of this tribe, 1%. And Black Americans, we're pretty much an amalgamation of all of those. So we all, even though we're the same people culturally, we all have different admixtures in terms of which tribes we've gotten through DNA and stuff like that.
They're just a mixture of Africanoid people.
Yeah, and that's what
Wouldn't the
makes us
same be?
unique. Because our highest admixtures well, it depends, but most of us the highest admixtures, Nigerian, right? So probably Yoruba and Igbo. Like if you look at when most Black Americans take a DNA test, most of us have between like 15 to it could be up to like 30 or 40% Nigerian.
I'm 45% Nigerian.
Okay. So
91% black. 91% black. Hey, who would have knew? I'm mixed.
And if people don't know, the Philippines is like 1,000 islands. So there's some of these islands people look very different. There are some islands where they look like light skinned brothers. They have curly hair. So it's like say there's a bunch of different islands. So some of the people from these islands, they don't come over to the other islands. They stay on their islands and they have a certain look. So there are some women over there that look like not many, but a few that look like sisters.
Yeah, that's facts. That is facts, bro.
Malagasy, first of all, that would be through the French colonizers and everything who were there, but because remember Madagascar's on the other side. You got other islands like Seychelles, Mauritius, and whatnot, Comoros, and they have a lot of admixtures. Some of those places.
Oh yeah.
You ever checked out
I mean,
their population?
most of the islands, if you look it up, they have different interesting admixtures with the populations.
A lot of South Asian and Southeast Asian in particular. They have strong populations of those, like in Mauritius and the Seychelles. And the black folks are like a Creole mix.
Yeah, because there's some islands in South America. I mean, especially 20 years ago, where you thought you were in Jamaica, but they were like, you have Saint Andres, that's a part of Colombia. You have Rotan in Honduras. I went to Rotan like 20 years ago, and there was no, Spanish-looking people. I thought it was in Jamaica. I said, "What's going on? Everybody speaking English." I said, "Well, how is this Honduras?" It's not like that now, but it was like that 20 years ago.
Sounds like Belize.
I'm gonna hit y'all guys up a little bit later. Gotta get up in the morning.
All right.
Get this gig in the morning.
Gotta get up early in the morning.
Never be.
All right. Well, my wife is back, so I can have a good time. Y'all take care.
All
right.
Say my best advice.
Yeah, buddy. So that's what it is, man. I found that out when I got my DNA test. So it's like, where did this Filipino stuff come from?
So what part of you is East African? What percentage of you is East African?
I think it's like less than 5%.
What exactly?
I actually have to look it up to know that.
Yeah, let's have a little fun.
I remember it off the top of my head.
This is hilarious.
Ooh, is that the Kendrick Lamar album on vinyl?
Yeah, I got it from Walmart. You know I love listening to my records.
And you got Patty LaBelle's Sweet Potato Pie?
Yeah, we got to spread love to the Black founded brands. What the?
You even got the Multiculturals Curl Styler. I love Miss Jessie's. In partnership with Walmart.
So, name it.
Yeah.
So I am. So with this one, it didn't really give it to you straight. Well, I guess it's kind of that. So I'm 1% Southern East African.
That would make that.
So that includes Tanzania, Kenya, Uganda, Rwanda, and Burundi.
Okay.
Let's see here. I think that is, yeah, that's pretty much it. So 1% Southern East African and 0.5% broadly Congolese and Southern East African.
What was that?
So basically 1.5% East African. Let's just say that.
No, after that, the one broadly Congolese. Something you said.
Broad, no, I'm just saying. Let's just say that. So let's say 1.5% Southern East African.
Okay. And you said something after that.
No.
Something Congolese.
Just go with that one. That's what I'm saying.
All right. No, I
Not the
misheard
one.
that.
But yeah, I know. But it's basically the same thing. Is what I'm trying to say. Because the
Okay.
first one I said 1%, and the other one is 0.5%. So you could just say 1.5%. Really.
All right. I just didn't hear that last part you said. After the 1.5, the 0.5%, everything. So okay.
But I'm 60.9% West African and 14.9% Angolan and Congolese.
DRC Congolese, of course.
Got a little indigenous American in there.
Of course.
I do know my tribes. I guess I'm gonna have to do I'm overdue for doing this DNA test reveal video. I need to get on that. Cause I have this one, and I also have the one with the specific tribe. So I'm actually 1.8% Ghanaian, the Khan tribe. Sorry, Nema. No Ethiopian, no Eritrean.
Well, that forehead looking kind of suspicious and everything. I was wondering, with the complexion, that forehead that looks kind of suspicious. But yeah.
I mean, I had more African DNA than I thought I would, considering my complexion. But
yeah, you have some big hands too.
No, my hands are small. They just look big. My hands are they do look big on this picture, but trust me, they're small, man.
Yeah.
Gotta keep it
Depending on the
real.
size glove you wear. Wait a minute. You ever play baseball?
Nah.
All right.
I mean, I played football.
Okay.
Never was a big baseball person.
What position do you play football?
Running back, wide receiver.
Okay, because I was thinking, like, what size glove was this cat wearing?
So yeah, you know.
Then again, like, my DNA is not even African for the most part.
Really? What's it, European?
No, Semitic. Which means it traces me back. There's historical roots that prove that traces me back to like southwestern part of the Arabian Peninsula.
What is your ethnic group?
I'm an ethnic Tigrinya. It's like the Tigrans of northern Ethiopia, and similar because.
Oh, you're from Tigray?
Hold on a second. What's the score right now, AB?
There's now a score. I'm playing wrestling.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. 2K24 or 25?
25. Playing the new bloodline rules match.
Okay. All right. No, I'm an ethnic Tigrinya from Eritrea. There's a tribe in northern Ethiopia. They're related to us because we have the same mother tongue.
Okay.
But the dominant ethnicity.
That's different between one in Ethiopia. Then.
Yeah, that's northern Ethiopia that borders Eritrea.
I mean, what exactly is the difference with Ethiopia and Eritrea? Because I understand Eritrea was a part of Ethiopia at some point.
We were annexed. We were federated in 1952 by the UN and then annexed in 62. But by then, we started our war of independence from their rule. But the thing is like, we were never really part of the Abyssinian Empire because we had our own kingdom.
Right.
And then there's colonialism. So we're talking about some 800 years of bad blood.
Okay.
But the thing is, we all came from the same ancestors. A hybrid of people who were like mostly who were created from semi-migrants who mixed with the indigenous population.
So why did you guys not want to stay under the empire?
No, we had our own kingdom. See, there's the thing.
I'm saying after you were annexed or conquered or whatever, why did you want to remain? Why did you want independence?
We've always remained independent. You got to go back to the 10th, 9th century when our common ancestors, the Axumites, fell from grace. And then you had this Zagwe dynasty, and then in the 13th century, the Axumites all evolved into the various ethnic groups. And when the Amharas, that's the dominant ethnicity in Ethiopia, established the Abyssinian Empire. About a couple centuries later, they were landlocked.
Mm-hmm.
And then Eritrea, the Tigrinyas, that's my tribe, we established our own kingdom called, Midr Bahri. And the Abyssinians wanted to annex us because it was about access to the Red Sea.
Mm-hmm. I
And
understand
that's
that part of it.
That's that thing because trade with the Red Sea, and the Amharas claiming that because they're of Axumite descent and that we're of Axumite descent like them, we should all merge into one, and we like, no. It's basically one nation trying to control the other nation because access to the Red Sea. It's been this obsession they've had since they've been landlocked. Since
I mean, you
since
gotta be able to get your trade going on.
Yeah.
hit that sea. I understand that.
And the only thing that's kept them, in contact with the rest of the world, like for example, traditionally, religious wise, we have a close tie with Egypt going back to the 3rd century. The Coptic Christians of Egypt, from whom some part of our Christian Orthodox traditions comes from. Our connection with their connection with them, Ethiopia's connection with Egypt is through the Nile. Because the source of the Blue Nile is in Ethiopia, Lake Tana to be exact. About 80% of Nile's waters come from there. Eritrea just you just take
I didn't
a boat
realize
ride.
how close Yemen and Saudi Arabia was to Ethiopia and Eritrea.
Yeah, I mean you gotta understand that from if you ever look at it from a tectonica from tectonic plates and everything, they were connected at one time, and then through constant shifts of the plates, the Red Sea was created. In fact, from like I could say like from the northern part of the Red Sea all the way down to like Mozambique, you have this chain of mountains and valleys called the East African Rift Valley.
Hey fellas, I'm getting ready to go to bed.
Yes, that time.
Yes, that's that time.
All right then.
Didn't
Thank
you
you
say
for
you start
having me,
streaming?
AB Media. No, you going to bed. Charles going to bed. You gotta be
Alright.
up early in the morning. Make sure you guys follow my new channels, Forward HQ, on all
I
platforms.
think you have a mod. I think you have a mod, Jesse. Go on and put it in the chat.
Okay.
I think you're a mod. If you're not a mod,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm a mod.
let's see. Type something in the public chat. Make sure.
Let me check.
Okay. Where's this? Too many tabs open. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've been a mod for a long time. So I'll just drop the X link.
Yeah, you're a mod. You're good. Yeah. Yeah, drop your links.
Drop. See.
Anybody else got a link they want to drop? You can drop it in your mod. You can drop it. I'd like to thank everybody that came through. This is AB Me 83, and I'm going to bed. Peace. Yo, this is AB Media 83. Want to support the channel? Hit the Cash App. Also, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the video. Also, be sure to hit that bell notification so you can be notified next time I upload a live stream or video. And always remember, keep it grinding, keep it pushing, keep it moving. This is AB Media 83, and I'm out. Peace.